episode of Let's Set the Tone. Boy, oh boy, it has been a busy couple of months. It has been, of course, summertime here, which instantly makes things busy around here because, then I got to do stupid yard work. That's kind of fun. I can get on the lawnmower and kind of toot around a little bit, right? But, campfires, things to do. The weekends are packed as well, so it's just been a little bit more difficult to plan these. I feel like every weekend, starting in like end of May into June, it's just there's always something to do, right? But I knew I needed to get something out there, and I knew that when I did, I needed to make sure that I picked the right person after a brief hiatus to be on here to have a conversation, somebody who's super, super entertaining, charismatic, funny, a gentleman. Well, that might be a debate, but, just a heck of a person to have on here to have a great conversation here. And I'm going to bring him on, of course, in a moment. But, boy, tell you, like, as far as things going on in the world, we're dealing here in Michigan with basically a free pack of cigarettes every day. If you walk outside, you get a free pack of cigarettes because of these wildfires going on. It's unfortunate because that means potentially a lot of things are burning. A lot of people are losing stuff, which also sucks. But, on the backside of that, too, we're just dealing with awful air quality. And as somebody who's got awful lungs, it really sucks. Because I've had a headache for the last day or so, and it's not been entertaining. But, we've also been dealing with a lot of heat in the midst of this as well, too. So it's like, I always say I love being indoors because I love being in my basement. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to continue to be a hermit. So work from home and stay in the basement consistently. But either way, that's kind of really what's been going on. Just really super busy. So and then, of course, today is Saturday, which means Savage Saturday collab with the Savage Crucible crew doing the photos. If you haven't got out there on Instagram and seen some of those photos again, please do that. Everybody's been putting out such good stuff. I mean, they do every Saturday. But make sure to check out today, too. There's some really good stuff out there, too. So get out there, check out all those artists, and give them some love, for sure. So love being involved doing that. But, as always, I could sit here and talk for hours, but we don't want to do that because it's not about me today. It's about somebody else. Somebody, matter of fact, is also not too far from me in a regional sense for once, which is pretty cool. So without further ado, bringing out the one and only Art, Unboxing Art. Hello.
Hey,
what's up, buddy?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Good to see you. I appreciate you popping on here and be able to do this. I know we've been talking about it for a while and planning it and trying to figure it out, but as you can see, I got a lot of BS going on, but finally able to kind of line things up. So, start here. So it's obviously unboxing Art. I'm assuming probably Arthur, maybe
Yes.
full name. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other AKAs that you have, nicknames or fun stuff that maybe people don't know?
I have a gamer tag, but
Yeah.
no, people just call me Arthur Art, and no Arties. Artie is not accepted.
Artie is not accepted. I'm going to note
No.
that. Artie is not okay. Okay, I'm going to make sure I've noted that. And then, what?
Sends that shiver down your spine. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah. It took me a while because I go with work, because of my professional setting, I go by Anthony. And boy, it took me a while to really get used to that one because it was like nails on a chalkboard. And then somebody I know that probably is upstairs right now, and also I believe in the chat, likes to call me that, and it's, and she does that on I think it's done on purpose.
When you get in trouble.
Yeah, well, that's how it used to be. Like my great grandma as a kid, like if I was acting wild, that she would say Anthony, like shit. So it was just kind of instilled in my head, but. Awesome. Well, again, I don't want to keep talking about myself when we should be talking about you. So, how have you been dealing with all the air and everything down there in your area?
Dude, it's great. I can go outside and start sounding like Darth Vader every time I start walking, But no, like 2 days ago, I opened the front door and it was just covered. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it was like the air quality was above 800.
Yeah.
You do not want to go outside. And then yesterday it was half that, and then today it's down to 50 something. But I've never seen it where the whole section of that part of Michigan was just in the red. And,
Wild.
We're not supposed to leave our house? It's that bad?
Yeah.
And it was it literally looked like something was burning next door or whatever. That's how heavy the smoke was.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it literally. I know sometimes the fog. Everybody makes a joke. Oh, is it Silent Hill? No, this looked like Silent Hill the other day, and it also, by the way, smelled like garbage ass campfire burning. Like somebody that in the morning sometimes if you're camping and then people like say, oh well, before we get the breakfast going, let's also burn some of our trash.
It's awful.
That's what it exactly smelled like to me, so like a pack of smokes and
Well, see,
all
that's what I was thinking. Like with like the burning and stuff, like the trees, like it's like they're just not normal trees. Like some they have like the sap and all that stuff that just burns it. That probably
right,
doesn't smell good, you know.
right. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's awful either way, and hopefully we can move past it soon. Today is going to be better, but I think it's supposed to come back too. We might actually get some rain today. I don't know, but it's also muggy out right now too, which is stupid. So it's not like we're getting a lot of breaks, I guess. But I don't know. Michigan weather either way. It never ends up doing what you need it to do or want it to do, no matter how you look at it. I wanted to have a campfire today, and it's probably not going to happen. So, well, I get a free one, but well, let's get to the chat here. I wanna. What's that?
My thunderstorm's supposed to be starting now, so
Oh, okay. Well,
so
we could
just
use.
in
We
time
need
for
the
the
rain.
stream.
Right.
You know?
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Well, no, I definitely need the rain up here too. But we should probably get out here. And so clearly we have a couple better halves out here already. So
Right.
good to see you, Janine. As always, of course, I was pretty sure that this was your better half, like I said, just based off the way she replies to everybody and anything in your stream. So and there we go. And then
Like she does it all on her own. Like I don't even. It's like, oh, you can watch, and she's like she just goes in, jumps in with the jokes. Like
yep. Well,
pretty
speaking of
freaking
which,
awesome.
same. I'm very fortunate because there's my better half. Well, I don't know, better half, but at least equal.
What are we talking about? We mean better 3/4. Come on.
Right. I can't give all the credit away. Well, hey, Mr. Fu, good to see you, dude. Appreciate you popping in. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, Fat Red Fu there. Yes, she does. This is apparently, when I'm annoying her, the instigator. Yeah, because I'm annoying her. Yep, and Janine, of course, agreeing. This is great. So it's already starting off perfect. Angus, what is up? Lord of Thane, my good buddy across the pond. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We have to connect soon and catch up real soon here, buddy. Appreciate you popping in here. See, this is why I don't camp. Yeah, I'm not really a camper either. Oh, it's raining right now, she says upstairs. Okay, cool. She's wow. She's probably saying wow because we're really awesome. She's going to remember that because we're really awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys all popping in here. And as always, when people pop in and out, we'll try to get to the chat when we can. Everybody's going to probably have some great fun stuff to add into, but with the one-on-one conversation, at least it's sometimes can hard to be to divert, and I don't want to interrupt art either. So, but without too much further ado, wait, you gotta pull the chest here. Just keep him. Yeah, keep him in line.
No, you don't want her to start doing that.
What the? Yeah, that's like evil shit. That's like stuff you might see in like a Hellraiser
like
movie, right?
I'll like be messing with her, and then when she's just like, I'm at, she'll be like, grab it, and I'll be like, I can't move. It's like a cat scruff, like
right.
And she just laughing about it. I'm like,
oh yeah, great idea. Yeah, great idea. Yeah, Brit says it's a great idea. So, yep. What's cooking while you're cooking dinner? Yes. You're
what's
about
for dinner?
Yeah, what is for dinner? He lives in Germany, so he's probably got some amazing thing planned here.
I just found a. So Janine likes to go thrifting, and I liked thrifting, but never had somebody to go with.
Yeah.
So I was like, she's
Same.
like, I like thrifting. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Found a vintage German Stein.
Oh, nice.
It was like from like, I don't know, it just 1800.
Dude.
I don't know, something crazy, but it was awesome. It had like the pewter top and everything, and like this stained glass looking stuff on it. I'm like,
wow.
Nuts.
That's we got a place up here that is like it's a like block long building or half a block long building antique store, multi-leveled, I think, too, up in Bay City. So if you guys ever want to do some real thrifting like that too, or check that place out, wild shit. I mean, I'm talking like it's like the type of antique store that you're gonna find potentially anything. So most definitely,
It is Gibraltar Trade Center.
Yeah, exactly. So
Gibraltar Trade Center.
Yeah, I think a nice big old the big flea markets. some of those too. I wish we had big flea markets around here. There's a couple in Ohio that I want to hit up sometime, but I don't know. That stuff's fun. Britt likes thrifting a lot, and I usually just kind of tag along. I never really had anybody to thrift with either, but it is kind of fun to do.
Our better halves are going to be BFFs now.
Yeah, well, I have no problem with that. It'd be great. We need more. We need more BFFs around here.
With sage butter from the garden.
Oh my God! See, exactly. See, that's the kind of stuff right there too. Plus a salad. See, winning
Salad
already.
last night. It's delicious.
Yeah, you have to have some meat today to make up for it then. But well, probably should actually get to some of these questions here. I've got a lot, and sometimes I have to divert a little bit, which is perfectly fine. But I do want to start out with little Art. So you were born and raised in Michigan, originally too, right? Can you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No, you cut out for a minute if you said something.
Oh, I said yeah.
Oh, that cut out. That's funny.
Maybe I said it too quietly.
You're like,
So.
yeah, I don't want a minute. Yeah, I don't want a minute. So, how? Because you did move, if I remember correctly. You mentioned saying like, how long after you were little were you around in Michigan until you moved out?
Oh, I was only I just moved back in December, and I was only gone for maybe like 15 years.
Okay.
So
okay.
I was in my mid-20s probably.
Okay, so you graduated from here
20s.
and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Did you move like East Coast, West Coast? Where'd you end up? When you moved?
Oh, I went to Maryland.
Oh, damn, you went. Okay.
Yeah, I went out of state, and then good old divorce and shitty stuff, and I'm like, I tired of Maryland, so I was like, where am I going to go? And I could have went anywhere, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go back to Michigan,
Right. So you've been through that as well too, then, huh? So okay.
Oh yeah, it was a shit show, but
it always is.
Collecting definitely helps, keep me sane and shit. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah. Did now when you were here originally and you graduated high school, with same area that you're at now, like in the Detroit area and surrounding areas, or
so I mean, this might go to it. So Dearborn was my original area. That's where I was born, in Dearborn.
Okay.
Parents got divorced, which they still stayed friends, but I ended up moving to Gregory and went to high school in Fowlerville.
Oh shit!
So then
I know Fowlerville. My school used to play them in sports.
So went to that high school and then went to college in Lansing.
Nice. Okay.
Then as I got older, moved out to Howell, and then eventually got back to like Dearborn Heights area, and then Taylor. And then went to Maryland. So I was like, within like an hour, 45 minutes, distance. So.
Okay. Damn, Lansing. Did you go to LCC or did you go to? Okay.
Yeah, I did about almost 4 years at LCC for graphic design, and
nice.
College is one of those things that I thought was like some of this stuff, like the cores, where I was like, man, this is some bullshit. Like, I don't need this stuff. So it's like I had the ability. They didn't require the course, so I took all the art classes and did that for that many years. I did a couple of the core stuff, but mainly art classes, and then just started doing like freelance stuff. And I'm like, I'm getting more progress doing freelance versus let me finish doing these core classes. Let me do math and all this stuff. And I'm like, no. It's like I can just do freelance.
You are speaking to the choir on that. I didn't finish my degree because I got so annoyed after the first year and a half of taking the same shit I did for 13 years. And I'm like, I'm really driving and paying for this shit. Like,
yeah, after we paid taxes to do it in high school and
right,
and all that shit.
Yeah. And I now I think about going back and doing it, but like, I don't know.
Nowadays, I don't even know if it even fucking matters, man. I know a lot of people that have full-on degrees that can't even get jobs.
It's true. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm a recruiter, and let me tell you.
Oh yeah, see,
the job market is it's wild sometimes, and especially specific markets as well too, because like tariffs and shit like that, like it's destroyed a lot of manufacturing. But yeah, it's a lot. Like you post something for a job, and you'll get swarmed, and I feel bad because there's a lot of people that will apply to certain things. It's like you have no background in this area when we do require. Sometimes you got to have, sometimes you got to apply for something where you have experience in, right? You can't have somebody that's like, cut lawns all their life and then decide, hey, I want to try and be a doctor or something, right? Like, I get it.
I mean,
Like,
that's
I'm
one
not
of those
saying
things
you can't,
too
but
that when people apply for jobs too, they should look in the description saying "we will train you" is in the description usually.
right.
So it's like if it's not there and you don't do that stuff, you might not want to apply.
Right. I've been really fortunate where I'm at in life without having a degree. I did, a lot of customer service, and here I am. So, but I always think about it like, what happens if I, didn't have this position? Then, if I didn't have a degree, would I be able to have them same doors open? So, it's been on my back of my mind a lot. But point is like, I totally agree. I totally get it, man. Like, if you were making money doing the freelance stuff and you're in school and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, like, how would you not? That's what I did. I started working to make more money, so I get it. So did you like school though prior to that? Like, were you? I mean, I'm sure you like the art stuff, but like, what was high school like
and
for
like
you?
high school was like,
Yeah, I loved it too.
did a lot of art and just it was good.
Yeah,
Got good grades and everything, and
yeah, awesome.
just as a kid,
Yes.
collecting and messing with toys throughout that time.
When did you? What year did you graduate?
See, I don't fucking know, man. I think 2002. 2002, I
2002.
think.
I thought we were pretty close in the same age range. That's why I was trying to kind of put it together there. So yeah, okay, right on. Yeah, Zilla's out here flirting. That's right, Thane. That's all he does. Should see posts a Rats Pack on Friday nights, man. That's all he does is flirt with me. It's ridiculous. I'm not a piece of meat. So
Speaking of piece of meat, I'm telling Janine, she's like, well, we're gonna get some hot dogs. I was like, better get Kogels.
oh
Kogels
yeah,
is all
so
like,
yeah, good. Was that your first time having Kogels when I said, hey, you gotta have
no,
some
man.
Kogels?
So I grew up. One of my childhood friends, no longer friends anymore, just grew apart.
Yeah.
Like they would do that. They would have a shit ton. They'd do Kogels, and then when you said the name, like as you're a kid, you're just eating the stuff. You're like, oh, it's hot dog, whatever. But when you say Kogels, I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We have Michigan hot dogs, and then
Yeah.
sure enough, once I saw them, like, oh shit, yeah, got that nice little pop to them with the
Yeah.
casing, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's better than a hot dog. That's
I'm
the
like,
best
and
part.
then I'm like, if you can't find that, I'll accept Nathan's. Like, I'll take
That's
the
fair.
step down to go Nathan's. But like,
That's fair. Good. Yeah, now. Good. Yeah, I had last week we had a campfire and I bought a pack of Kogels in case anybody wanted a hot dog, and I didn't have a hot dog till like midnight.
in case, if you
Or
ever
not
had
a case,
campfire
a
and
pack. A pack.
No,
You can
no,
buy them in
no,
cases.
no. I'm saying you said in case, like you're in a campfire. Nobody's gonna fucking want to eat a hot dog. That's like
Right.
saying you don't want any marshmallows or like
Right.
s'mores. Like, come on.
Right, which we did have, and we had the peanut butter cups in case you want to do that instead of the Hershey bar.
Oh shit, diabetes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, campfire diabetes.
What happened to your leg? It was a campfire at Tones. Diabetes.
Right. But I'll have another. It's the marshmallows for me that I love marshmallows. I'll just eat them right out of the bag. So I had to be careful.
Hot chocolate when winter comes.
Dude,
If I don't have like 2 to 3 inches of just marshmallows that have been melted, like
right.
you know.
Right. No, I'm the same way at night when I do my sleep time tea now. Because I got this pack of marshmallows, I throw one in there too, just to kind of, I don't know, because I'm a child. But
Well, so when you're making s'mores, did you amp it up to get the square ones, those big ass square ones?
the marshmallows.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I tried to, and then somebody said the marshmallows are too big. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. See, you have to
How
get
is
the
a
big
marshmallow too big?
Thank you.
Like,
Thank
so
you.
let's just be honest. So with a s'mores, the ratio,
Right. Yup,
you got your
exactly.
graham crackers. That should be close to the most, followed by the marshmallow, and then chocolate. The chocolate, if you don't have the proper marshmallow, it will consume and take over the whole s'more.
See,
It's like it's about that marshmallow that really makes a s'more come together.
goddamn right. Thank you for saying that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That alone, this statement was worth today's conversation. So that is what I like. That is what I like to hear. He says, "Yeah, listen, in Michigan, that is not an obscure hot dog. That is the hot dog. That is the only hot dog when you're in Michigan. Is the
I think
Kogels.
Walmart doesn't carry it.
Yeah, Walmart's hit or miss. You got to make sure you're going to like a Meijer or like a local spot for sure. I'm a big Meijer guy, so
I introduced her to Meyer. I'm like, I told everybody's like, "What's a Meijer?" I'm like, "It's like if you took a Target and a Walmart and they had a baby." I
Right.
was like, "You got the cleanliness of a Target, and then you
Right.
got like the contents of like a Walmart." You
With a
know,
better produce section too than like a
dude, their
Walmart and a lot of
produce
those
section
places.
is really fucking good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're big Meyer people. That's my thing. That's another Michigan thing as well too. So there you go, everybody. If you don't have a Meyer, sucks to be you. But um,
This
so
this Farmer's Jack though.
me too. We actually have something up here called Jack's. So it's similar, right? It's been
I'm
around.
fired being a farmer, but I'm still alive, guys.
Right, right. So Jack's food and meat, our fruit and meat market's been around up in this area for a long time. There's about 8 of them in mid Michigan, in our Tri City area, and it's great. You go in there and it's like you grab a ticket, you get your fresh cut meats or grapefruits, local stuff. It's a great place to go. You can get like they make their own brats there. They got a teriyaki pineapple brat, a mushroom Swiss, a cheddar jalapeno, and all kinds of various ones they put out through the year. It's gnarly. So very gnarly. If you ever get a chance to come up here, we'll do a barbecue. We'll do it right. So
Yeah.
get you some of that good meat. Get you some meat. So anyway, so I can talk wieners all
Meat
day.
sweats.
Yeah, right, right. So after schools and like whether maybe high school more, when you got home, like what kind of things were you doing? Sounds like you're artistic, of course. Were you like drawing? Were you doing nerd stuff, like playing with toys, cartoons? What did that look like for you?
Movies, music,
Oh,
like
you're cutting out
a
again a little
lot
bit.
cutting out. Should I
Yeah,
get lean up? Should I get closer to the mic?
you might need
A
to
lot
a
of the
little bit.
stuff when really it was everything like video games, music, movies, cartoons, drawing, doing art stuff always, and then some collecting. Like, my collecting I think feels like a lot of people did. Like as a kid, we had toys. We weren't really collectors. We were kids with toys, and then it got to a point where
Sorry, sorry. I'll tell
he
me my
already gave
business.
me his meat.
Yeah, yeah, you already got it.
I
Don't worry
had I
about it.
had it at the house. I got those Kogels before.
Yeah, I gave him that snap.
But
All right, so right on.
you
So
and Paul meet.
what's that?
I said you and Paul's with the meats.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
When he visited, he brought chomps. He just had like a bunch of meat sticks in his bag.
That's that does not surprise me actually at all. So like when you were doing like stuff after school, like were you doing like the normal like cartoons, or I guess what kind of cartoons? I love asking everybody their cartoons. Like, what did you have some cartoons that you were like growing up on that were like, man, these were like my after schools or like my Saturday mornings? Like that was my jam.
Like you got your class. You go to the vintage of like GI Joe,
Yeah,
um, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
yeah.
Toxic Crusaders. Um, but then you get into like yeah, even some Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Oh yeah,
You get into like Freakazoid, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain. I mean, it just that
all the
whole
good shit.
evolution. You know,
That '90s
Codename
good shit.
Kids Next Door, anything Cartoon Network. You
Hmm.
know, was always good. Samurai Jack and
Hmm.
Johnny Bravo was good when I was a kid, but now I look at it, I'm like, wow, it was a whole show about just this sexist dude that I was like, what? But Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff
Yeah.
Girls, that
Oh
type of
God,
stuff.
Dexter's. Yeah, and Powerpuff. That's all the good shit from Cartoon Network too. Cow and Chicken.
Oh yeah, yeah.
God, Cow
Courage the
and Chicken.
Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, Courage.
But
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
even stepped even further into it to where it's like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Regular
Right.
Show, Adventure Time.
I just started my rewatch of Adventure Time the other night. Actually, it's been a minute.
I
So
refuse to watch the new one that they just announced or whatever.
did they Adventure Time?
Yeah, yeah. Different voice actor for Finn and same guy for Jake, but it just doesn't feel right.
No, that
Like just
wouldn't
leave
feel
it
right.
dead. Like stop it. Like it
Yeah,
stopped. And then they did these like little side things on HBO and then it's like just kill it. Like leave
yeah.
it dead.
Leave it dead. Yeah. Did you ever get down on Gumball?
Oh yeah. Gumball, dude, that show started off, you're like, oh, it is sort of kiddie. But once they realized that they were in with Cartoon Network, they amped that shit up to like a next level, like amazing stuff. That's why I love Cartoon Network as an
Hmm.
artist because it gives me hope for like the comic I'm working on. Like, okay, once that starts getting out in the public, they could see it and be like, dude, that's a show because they picked up like regular show. You ever
Yeah.
watched his original animation that was like
Hmm.
on YouTube? It's
No,
all done like pencil sketchy and it's animated, but it's about
maybe
these
I
two guys
have.
working at a convenience store that are tripping on acid,
Maybe I
and
have
that
actually.
and that got them their freaking gig for Cartoon Network. And I was like, holy shit!
Fuck, I didn't. I guess I didn't really. That's there. There's another good one. I love Flapjack.
Oh,
God, I love
Flapjack
Flap.
was so underrated.
Yeah,
Like I was so
yeah.
mad because I was buying them on DVD when they started coming out, but they didn't do them all. But like Flapjack was so fucking wild.
Uh huh. Yeah, yeah. It really was. It really
Captain
was. It
Knuckles.
Captain Knuckles. Were they trying to find Candy Island? Was it Candy Island?
Yeah,
Were they trying
right.
to find? Yeah, Candy Island. God. And when they do those, it was like the Ren and Stimpy where they do those weird close-ups that were like just
Yeah,
like
which
absolutely
is
off-putting.
it was awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that was I was watching that and that's like in between would watch a little bit of Chowder.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you ever
Mm.
watched Chowder.
Yeah, yeah. A
That
little
was the
bit.
first time I ever seen like them paint fat kid nipples. Because they literally like it showed Chowder without his shirt off, so he had a little bit of like fat kid
Yeah,
titties, but they
yeah.
give him like big areolas, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's-
I was like, that's
oh
what gave
shit.
them my view. Where I watched more of it because I was like, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
were, I mean, nailed the fat kid titties. Like it
yeah.
was
I'm here for
funny.
the areola. I'm here. I'm always there for the areola. Right. It's one of my favorite parts. So as far as so cartoons like that. So and you were drawing. Sounds like you're doing a lot of stuff. What were you say were some of like your big hobbies, staples as a kid, and kind of growing up in that sense?
Definitely toys.
Yeah, toys even back then.
Video games, like we
Big
got to
gamer.
I
Okay.
got to experience like Atari and television, Commodore
Yeah,
64, but then like the main console that started it all was Nintendo. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a big Super
um,
Nintendo guy. It's my favorite. Still.
but definitely like growing up in like the 80s 90s was just and even 2000 it was just it like for as a
Hmm.
kid because you get to there like I love to draw, but then it's like when I'm not drawing, I had comic books or toys or there's always something to keep yourself entertained with.
Hmm. Yeah, and it. I hate to sound so cliche, but like because I try not to be like that grandpa on the couch that says back in my day, but like I feel like kids now are so ingrained to like electronic devices that it's almost like that world that we grew up in and shared and experienced. I mean, this is like this for every generation, so I totally get it, but like we were really fortunate to kind of have like this whirlwind of so much entertainment things that were physical as well, like media and just everything, right? Like the cartoons, the comics, the video games, and stuff like this. And now, like I'm a big Sony guy normally, and now you look there saying like we're not doing discs anymore. It's like we're living in a world really where Sony's saying we're not doing physical media and video games are going more digital.
And
Like they're trying, and it's like you guys need to read the room. Like we're putting something to rest that should never fully be at rest. So
well, Xbox did the same thing, but they're like, you know what,
yeah, they
we're gonna
did.
go digital, but like if you own the disc you can put it in the console and they give you the free digital version is
Yeah,
what they're saying they're gonna
yeah.
do, and I'm like, well yeah, Sony, why don't you do that like
Well, I
before
mean,
you know
dude, in 2013 they made that whole PS4 bit about handing the physical media when Xbox has for 20 years tried to go more digital because they want to run your entertainment, right? With Game Pass and everything too now, get it on all devices. And now they're like flipping the script and they're trying to like you live long enough to become the villain again. Like what the fuck is that, dude? Like come on. I
like
love
at least
Sony because of their first party titles. So like I pre-ordered Wolverine a physical disc. You know what I mean? So what the fuck? It's dumb.
it's wild.
Yeah.
I've always been. I went from PS1, had friends that had PS2s and PS3s, and I just went Xbox.
Yeah.
When Halo
Yeah.
dropped, it was a game changer.
Yeah.
But
Same. Yeah.
it's
Yep.
just like at least with Game Pass, like people will complain. I'm like, man, I get free games I could play, and then like they combined it with the Fortnite season pass, so it's like I don't have to pay for the season pass for Fortnite. It's just blended all together. You know,
There is some value there. My only debate and rebuttal to that is like while I understand the value, you're also not always getting like the tippy top best games still anyways. So it's like a lot of C, B, and C games, which I'm not saying is bad, but it's I can see the value, but at the same time, like as a core gamer, at least at one point, like it's the first party titles that get me. So it never was really a value to me because never had time to play those kind of games, right? And there was always some gems on there. Don't get me wrong, but some reason I like Sony is because I love their first party titles. I'm a big God of War guy, you know. I want all that. Yeah, I want all that good shit. The reason I love Xbox is the same thing, even though Halo Infinite was pretty much trash. So like, you know, there's those first parties that draw me in, and it's like when these companies start doing it, both of them are being knuckleheads right now. So it's like, Nintendo, you have an opportunity to once again continue to step up. You know,
Nintendo never steps up, man. They haven't
no,
they don't do shit. They're sitting on all these IPs and they don't do shit with them.
Yeah, they're finally giving us a Star Fox, but it's a remake of my favorite Star Fox. Don't get me wrong, but like, why aren't we doing a new one? Like, in the Metroid Prime, I wanted to get a Switch 2 to play, but then I heard it's kind of mid. So it's like, fuck, dude. Like,
let's do Pal World, and it's like, bro, why didn't you guys do this before them? You've had Pokemon forever, and everybody's been asking for that type of game, and it's like you just didn't do it.
I should play Pal World. I still haven't done it, but
oh, it's pretty awesome. Like everybody's like, Pokemon Go, it's so much more than that. Like,
I heard.
You can have your slave shop. You know, I'll put the Pokemon as slaves. You're like, cook my stuff and do this, but
that's great. Yeah, one of these days I'll get to it. Like I said, it's gaming. Sometimes it's hard to find the time to with all the content.
I mean, if you have two consoles, you and the lady can play it together. You know,
we can't play games together because she's hard to play games with. She's very stubborn. She's not nice.
Told you I wanted to go catch this Pokemon.
Yeah,
damn it.
She can be tough to play. We tried to play Split Fiction, and I think we're 3/4 through it, and we haven't played it in a long time. She says I go too fast. I'm like, I grew up on PS2 platformers like Jak and Daxter. Like, you just go. Like, you just go. You know? I don't know. It's whatever. But I do want to come back to Zilla's. He was talking about when we were talking about Areola. He said he was dubbed one summer dinner plate nipples. You shouldn't have shared that with me, but thank you, buddy. I love you. That's great. You shouldn't have shared that though. So obviously, here she goes. Doesn't do well with others. Oh, that's bullshit. She's gonna try and now who's trying to? Yeah, well, we're not gonna get that in that conversation. Oh, great! It's happening. It's happening. It's happening out here. There, Janine's. Anyways, I don't throw a controller. I'm not even gonna respond to that. So as far as you and yourself, and you've been doing a lot of travel lately, I know. But how was your trip to Colombia last year?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was my escape of dealing with divorce shit. One of my friends was like, you should come out here, you know, just fucking get away from all this shit.
Yeah,
and I did, and it was good. It was fucking amazing artwork. People were nice.
Yeah.
And the food was great.
I bet.
The food was cheap too.
I bet. How was the cocaine? Did you get to check out the fields at
all?
all?
Oh man, the cocaine off of boners were great. Like all the women were occupied, so I was like, yeah, I'll just take mine straight on a hard boner right now. So.
Right, fuck it.
But no, I didn't mess with no drugs out there. There were some THC THC drinks and stuff, and I was like, nah. But mainly it was like when you go to like their stores, anything with high sugar was like a big red warning label.
Nice.
Pretty much telling you like this is fucking gonna make you fat. It's not healthy. But every restaurant you went to, they had fresh blended juices. Like it was fresh juice blended with ice. And that was like always what I would drink with the meal.
Yeah.
And you'd go to a mall, like their mall was like a normal mall, but their food court were these small individual restaurants. So imagine going to, we'll use Panda Express. You go to Panda Express, imagine them cooking it fresh right when you order it, not just underneath a heat lamp. Like they're cooking. You can get burgers, ribs, barbecue, like anything in theirs. And it was
God
cheap.
Damn. Okay.
And I say cheap because American dollar, but like it's,
It goes a long way there, it sounds like.
Yeah, like a filet mignon. I ordered a filet mignon at a fancy restaurant in Cartagena, and they gave you two loaded mashed potatoes, vegetables, plus a drink, and I spent like $9.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Holy shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Note to self: travel to Colombia. Check.
The most expensive thing that I think my buddy paid for it at that point. We got this pizza. There's a place in Medellin called Piccolo's, and it's just like old school. Feels like a '70s diner, but it's strictly pizza. Big ass pizza with corn, just delicious. And then they had shots of they had like margaritas there and stuff. It was just
Ooh,
delicious, you know.
that sounds
But one of my
awesome.
favorite things I found was like the street food in Cartagena, which is more like your California sunny beaches and all that stuff. Um, we would get out of the hotel we were staying at and walk the street. And there's always people trying to like get you to do stuff. But they had this little food vendor where this guy was selling these little balls. They were just looked like little deep fried balls. What the fuck? It was like maybe like this big. So my buddy's like, no, this is what we're having for breakfast. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay. So he's like, here. He hands me one, gives me my juice that's in a bag. You know, it's in like a clear baggie, no Ziploc. It's just a baggie with the straw in it. And took a bite of the ball, and it was fucking delicious. It was literally they took meat. It was like a meat and like potato, mixed it all together, and mashed it around a hard boiled egg and deep fried it.
Oh my god, it sounds like it's kind of like a Scotch egg, but yeah.
Never heard of a Scotch egg, but yeah, they're fucking
Oh
selling it. It was super delicious.
wow, that sounds fucking gnarly. Yeah, I love eggs, so like that's right up my alley. The
Yeah.
apparently the bugs are big there.
Bugs there. I didn't really see too many like big bugs or anything out of the normal. I just know that one place we stayed um, at night, you go into the pit, go in the bathroom, you turn the light on, and you have a bunch of little visitors. And I'm like, ever since then, I was like, when are we going to this hotel? When are we going, leaving Medellin and going to Cartagena? Because
Yeah.
I had my cell phone laid on the ground because I'm like, I'm just laying there. I'm like, I don't want shit crawling on me. And they don't have
Oh
screens in some
fuck.
of their, they don't have screens in their windows, but they'll leave their windows open because in Medellin,
Hot,
it's like,
right?
it's comfortable. Like, but they'll have the windows open and stuff. Big ass moth flew in and like tucked between the bed and the wall where I was sleeping, and I'm like, I don't see it. I can't scare it. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like,
That's a sleepless night for sure.
yeah,
At that point, yeah. Okay, okay. Right on, right on. Okay. Well,
but it
that
was
sounds like
good,
a
man.
great place to go. Yeah.
And customs over there completely shits on our airports and our customs because the people over there, when they're working, they're happy, they're nice, they enjoy their job, basically.
Hmm.
Like customs coming back was just like everybody fucking just assholes and just don't want to be
Yeah.
there, and
They
yeah,
hate their life.
they
Yeah.
take pride in their work over there.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely some big cultural difference these days. It feels like with us
Oh,
and everybody else. You know.
my buddy's going over there, Lord of Thane. He's planning to move over there with his wife, and then he was trying to get me over there. I'm like, well, I would if I was making USD. Like that's my thought process. Like if I'm going to move over there and I'm making American money, then I'll be able to feel comfortable. But I feel like doing it the other way, I would be working really really hard and still not living
Making.
that lifestyle I want.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works, right? Um. So, other than as far as younger you, were you a little once you got out of high school, or maybe during high school, were you pretty well behaved? Or you a little crazy? Did you like to party? Like, what'd that look like for you?
Drinking and bonfires and stuff like that in
Hmm.
high school, like that's just sort of like a thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Especially, I feel like around here. So I mean, I feel like especially like in Michigan, like if you live a little bit rurally or whatever, like
yeah,
what else?
that's
What
I
else?
live
You know?
definitely rural, so it'd
Yeah.
be like little bonfires. Somebody'd have some beers or schnapps.
Hmm.
Somebody pull out that pop off or something like that.
Hmm.
But I would always like if I drank, I'd be the one that would just sort of like I'd drink responsibly, watch out for everybody. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. You're opposite of
but
me, but yeah, right on.
um, mess with. I'd say I was just an asshole. I wouldn't say I was like getting into trouble and stuff like that. I sort of kept myself occupied. You know,
Yeah.
thankfully, going back to the era that we grew up in, concerts and music was a huge thing. Going to movies as
Yeah.
well.
Same.
Being able
Yeah.
to go and see a $10 concert or even $20, and you're still seeing some really good,
God.
you know,
Those were the days, right?
yeah, like Harpo's. You in Harpo's when that was around, you're like, oh man, what are you doing this weekend? Nothing, man. Oh, hey, you want to go check out Static X? Oh, they're playing, yeah. It's like, all
Right.
right, we go. walk in, pay $20, you're watching Static X play. Like that shit
Even
was so good.
even paying back then for like 60, $70 for like a fucking Ozfest ticket and
Dude,
seeing
that was
20
so
fucking
good.
bands at DTE and shit, like,
Yeah, I went. I
bro.
Ozfest, Mayhem,
Yeah, same. Went to a
like
ton.
so good. It's like, and what was great about Pine Knob at the time. Well, I
Exactly.
mean,
Pine Knob. It's back to
you
Pine
know,
Knob, thankfully, but yeah.
oh, it is.
Yeah, they changed it
Oh,
back
good. So
recently.
Pine Knob, like you'd get like the lawn seats because the main stage, who gives a fuck about sitting in those stadium seats? It's annoying and shitty. It's like you can go and do the grass, but like I would always mainly go Ozfest for the other two stages.
Yes.
And then when the main stage happened, that's when you just sort of wandered around. Or
Yeah.
there's times where I've dipped a little early and been like, I can hear it in the parking lot, and just chill in the car or whatever. Like, it's
Hmm.
like you don't really like if you're on the grass, you're not really getting the best view, you know.
Right. As an old man now, like I do, if depending who I'm seeing at Pine Knob, I like to sit in the amphitheater because I can't deal with the fucking lawn anymore. Like I'm too old for the sun and to deal with, like, I got hit
Well, if it's
the
it's
last
in,
Mayhem Fest I was at. I got hit in the head with sod and had like I was pretty sure I might have a light concuss, but so like I was
no.
like I am done with this shit. Yeah, big chunk of sod, wham, right in the back
Last
of the
time
head.
last time I was there, I saw Tool. And that was in the sort of the sitting in the stadium seating, which was like the amphitheater seating, and it's like, all right, cool. I wouldn't want to stand for that. That would suck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tool, and they're like, how long has this song been going for? 45 minutes already? Like,
I know I saw them there in I think 2018 or 2019. I saw Tool there. I want to say somewhere in that vicinity.
shit, I wonder if we went to the same show.
We might have been, yeah, because that's the last time I remember him being there. Who opened for him? Do you remember?
I don't think it was anybody that was anything.
I thought it was somebody else. Maybe I'm thinking wrong, but um, either way, yeah. I mean that's the best. And, we have a lot of great venues. I mean, I was just at St. Andrews a couple months ago to see the Pretty Wild, and that was gnarly. So I still love going to St. Andrews, going downtown Detroit, and checking out those. I love going to the Fillmore if people are playing music there. So it's
Fillmore's
just
so good.
yeah, dude,
So
big
that was my
fan.
main place was the Fillmore for a lot of my
Yeah,
shows, and then
yeah.
as I got older, Machine Shop in Flint
Oh
just
yeah, love.
is still good.
Yeah, still good. Yeah, I mean that's only 40 minutes from me, and actually Britt used to live right around the corner from there. But I've seen Power Man 5000 probably 5 times there, and that's one of my all-time favorite bands. And they go once or twice a year to the Machine Shop, so it's a great venue to see bands like that. And it's like when you're talking like the Mayhem Fests and all that Ozfest, like people will be talking like music or stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I've seen them before. And they're like, how in the fuck did you see them? Like, I saw Static X before Wayne died because of those kind of concerts,
I
man. You're
met
like,
him. It
yeah,
was
you met Wayne?
where did, yeah, it was where the hell was it? Might have been what's the church? It was a church turned into a concert
The
hall.
Masonic?
No,
There was one in Lansing years ago too, a Masonic temple or a temple
I
that used to
can't
be a
think of it.
church or
Anyway, it was
whatever.
a
But yeah,
church. It was a church turned into a venue or whatever. I want to say it was almost like it was close to me, almost like I want to say like towards like maybe was it St. Andrew's Hall? I don't know. Either
St.
way,
Andrews I think used to be a church too, but yeah,
it might have been. Either way, it was like Static X. Back when like that Trip guy was with them, like I guess Shadow Zone era.
yeah,
Um, and after the show, me and my buddy got out, and that was just the whole experience itself. I just remember these girls trying to pinch my arms because I take pride in getting shows early. So if I'm doing general admission, it's me, barricade, security, band. Like that's
Oh,
it.
that's you?
And
Okay.
yeah, like I just want to. Well, maybe not now because I'll probably die.
Yeah, I die
But
now
you
trying to
know,
do that.
it was that's me and my buddy would be that way and had these girls like pinching your arms trying to get up, and it's like, no, this is my spot. Like you should have got here early. Don't be trying to jack
Yeah.
it. And then I remember during the concert, the crowd sucked my buddy away. Like he was right next to me, and all of a sudden I just see him get sucked into the crowd. All of a sudden I feel this hand like 30 minutes later slap on my shoulder, and it's just him just like jumping around with the music. I'm like, and we got out of the show sweaty. He had a little Honda Civic. Somebody blocked his car, and we're like, we could try to pick the car up and move it because it was that
It's
small
a
ass
little Civic, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And we're like, no, let's just walk around. Let's just wait a little bit. And sure enough, Wayne was out there. Tony was out there.
No
Wayne
shit.
was we just stood there and we saw Wayne was talking to these girls, and they're like trying to have him sign their tits or whatever. And he's like, I'm sure
Right.
they're nice or whatever, but he was saying no, like he wasn't going to sign it. He was just like, I'm good. And it could have been because I think he toured a lot with his wife,
Yeah.
but it was just respectful that he said no. And then I didn't have shit but the ticket, so I had him sign the ticket
Oh, I
stub.
mean,
And then
fuck yeah.
my buddy ran to his car that was blocked and brought a couple CDs out and had him sign the CDs. But dude was
That's
just a
fucking
nice guy.
gnarly. Yeah, they're one of the goats, man. They are one of the goats. Larry Botts saw Ozfest around 2000, 2001 at Pine Knob. Give me a great show. 1-2 tickets to we work. That's gnarly.
That is good.
That's gnarly. Nice. Yeah, and St. Andrews and shit. Yeah, yeah, man. Um, yeah, we're fortunate. We got some great venues here, and I'm a big music concert guy. I had a feeling you might be too. I actually was going to ask that question as a follow up, and you zoomed right into that, which is perfect. So I don't know how you saw my notes, but that's awesome. But
Music helped, like bands and stuff helped get my, realizing that it was good too.
yeah,
This band from Florida called Crossbreed was a band that sort of helped me get recognized, and that's when I started like interacting with them a lot more. And then next thing you know, I'm hanging out backstage, and then hanging out with like going to see Mushroom Head and stuff like that because I
oh
know like the
yeah,
drummer, their little
Huck.
drum tech and stuff like that. So it was just a blast.
Yeah,
Made
yeah.
made two sculptures. I made one for the Crossbreed's keyboardist and the lead singer,
No
and
shit.
then
Damn,
started
dude.
doing some like graphic design stuff. And yeah, it
Gnarly,
was good stuff.
gnarly. And you said the head. A lot of people don't either know or don't, especially if you're regional. You know who Mushroom Head is. They go to the
Yeah,
shop often too. You know.
now it's like don't listen to new Mushroom Head because it's not Mushroom Head. You want to go to the X Faces, which
Yeah,
is like the old members that created. The only thing that's missing is like Jeffrey Nothing, but like
yeah.
Skinny, their drummer, ruined Mushroom Head.
Old OG Mushroom Head way better than current Mushroom Head.
Yeah,
100% agree on that. 100%. Awesome. Well, we'll have to maybe talk about music more sometime here in the future. Well, I got a couple more for you down the road on some music here too. But sounds like you definitely have great choice in music as well, which is gnarly. So, are you big? You into Slipknot at all?
I was a heavy Slipknot fan, and then stuff changing, losing members, and then like their
Yeah.
last album was just like
Really, I
nothing
love their last
stood
album.
out.
That's
Last album,
fair.
I was like, I didn't even buy it. I was like, man, I didn't buy this album, but I was like, let me jump on Spotify, check it out, and I'm
Yeah.
just listening to it straight through, and I'm like, nothing sounds like unique. It just sounds generic Slipknot. And I'm like, no. I was like, what made Slipknot so good was just like you'd have those couple bangers off of each album that really stood out, and you could listen to
Yeah.
the whole album. But the last one was just like, man, you guys getting rid of
I
all your talent.
I digress a little bit on that. I can understand that there wasn't big standout songs. Um, I looked at that as like I feel like at some point bands kind of get to this point where they're leaning into that older thing. It's a little bit it's not as hard as it used to be, and it kind of reflects in the music. And I felt like that was really the first telltale sign. Last couple really that Slipknot's starting to kind of get to that twilight part, and I like the album a lot because I love Slipknot. It's one of my all time, if not my all time favorite metal band, honestly. But um, I don't know. I still really found a lot of appreciation for it because I felt like that was kind of where that was gonna go.
Yeah, well, I guess that's probably why I just sort of like fell
I
off
get
of that
it.
album.
I get it. I
Because
can
like the
get it.
previous one, you had like Custer, and you had all these just like ones that just stood out, and then like
Yeah.
the new one, I'm just like, man, where are those ones at?
Yeah. I don't know.
But
They can't all be, I guess, either the best for everybody, I suppose. But I just love them and still. I'm a big Corey Taylor guy in general. Like I
oh
love Corey
yeah,
Taylor.
I met
So
met
man, I don't
him
know.
at Kellogg Arena. Cause I won. No, I bought tickets to see Stone Sour. Stone Sour.
God, I love Stone Sour too.
Chevelle opened up for him, and again because I like to get the shows early, me and my buddy were just hanging there, and I learned about what swag was at that time. I'm like, okay, radio guy kept coming in. I was like, got any free swag? And so I was like always trying to hit up radio people and shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they come out and they counted off like maybe 14 people. And they're like, come in here and I got to see a fucking sound check with Stone
Get the
Sour, and then
fuck
they
out of
took
here.
us to a room that all the members of Stone Sour were sitting there, and they gave us this like big like cutout thing of like their sort of like their album promo or whatever, and they went around. We got to meet each one, have them sign it and stuff like that.
Jesus fucking Christ! You literally got to meet Corey Taylor.
Yeah, yeah, and Jim Root. So
Jesus Christ.
and then of course Ozfest. I have like some shots of Ozfest where I met Mick, Paul, and I can't think. I think that might have been just Mick and Paul. Might have been somebody else, but yeah. So there's some photos of them. Because whenever you get into Ozfest, if you don't smuggle in a camera, you can just buy one off someone. It's back those disposable cameras.
Yeah, the OGs.
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. God damn, dude. Okay. Well, you went on that. That's gnarly. That makes me super jelly. I'd die to fucking meet Corey Taylor.
Dude, that's somebody like with state of the art and all that stuff. It's like I want to get like people like that because I know Corey collects shit. Like
yeah,
you know, and I'm like, man, how do you get a hold of somebody like that and be like, come on and talk about collecting? You can talk about your band or whatever the fuck, but let's just be real and talk about collecting and just
right.
What you grew up with. Like,
right,
it'd be a nice break for people instead of talking about the music.
The same old shit all the time, right? Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. I think that's that's a good way of looking at that too. Yeah, he's a massive collector of shit. I've seen, he did an interview recently with Mythical Kitchen, and I love Josh, and I love that show, and it was just a great conversation because Corey's such a storyteller and great talker. And he gets real and he's like existential. Like you can tell, like he talks about his addictions and his, you can tell he's gotten older and this stuff and how he leans into some just, the different parts of life now. And it's so inspiring to kind of even hear and see that. So, yeah, he has met, yes, Larry, absolutely. He has. He's definitely met some crazy peeps, and I thought I had. So, well, I do want to kind of divert a little bit. Trust me, I could talk music all fucking day.
Talk about all these subjects a lot.
Yeah, I could the music especially, but I do want to talk obviously about collecting because it sounds like you're somebody who never really stopped collecting, and I had a kind of a hint, so I kind of did a dive on your Instagram and realized that you were actually pre-COVID collecting and doing toy content because it was the big massive like COVID boom where a lot of people either video game streamed like me or got into, well, I guess I was doing it before, but that's when it really kind of started to boom again. But also like different types of toy content and shit. And COVID was a big reason because we were all remote and stuff like that. But I had to stop in early 2019 because I'm like, damn, this motherfucker was doing some shit. So talk about that a little bit. Like, did you never stop collecting did you ever quit and start like a lot of people did?
Yeah. Like as going to college and stuff, I didn't collect as much. I'd pick up things here and there, like trades and stuff like that. Like I was big into like your trading card, like L5R, which is like a trading card game, Legends of Five Rings.
Bro, that is my favorite fucking TCG, CCG, LCG, whatever you want to call it.
Scorpion Clan, bro.
Spider Clan.
Then I had the Ratlings as well. But
motherfuckers, Spider Clan guy. Yeah, dude. Fucking. Listen, I play Magic Commander right now, and I grew up on Magic, and I still enjoy and love Magic. But L5R to me is better than that game.
I loved it.
Amazing fucking. I still got my deck. Still got my Spider Clan.
I still got my shit too, man. I was like,
fuck.
It's like you literally like I could beat you by power, or you can fucking beat you by honor, and
dude,
all, like it was so fucking cool.
3 or 4 conditions to winning, and it took out more of the. That's why I love card game tabletop games is because of the strategy, right? Magic is great, but a lot of times Magic also really is dependent on luck. But L5R really leaned more into the strategy because you had different conditions and stuff like that too. Duels.
I think one of my friends played the Crane, and they were all about winning by honor and shit, and dueling and stuff. And I was like, since I was Scorpion, I was all about the ninjas and doing all the sneak attack, backstab and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said,
so
Spider Clan, fucking, or the Crab Clan that was, I think they're Berserkers, something like that.
Yeah, they had and then there's like, were they the ones that had like the cavalry all the time, the horses?
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah.
God, Legend of the Five Rings, baby. Anyways, shit.
What's the probability of finding 2 people that know that game? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, the board game that they did after that, AEG put out that board game, and it was just, or was it Fantasy Flight? Because yeah,
I didn't
AG
know they
had
made a
first.
board game.
Yeah, so they went away with the tabletop game. They sold it off to I think Fantasy Flight, and then they did like a watered down like tabletop LCG version. It's just a living card game, and it's just like, what the fuck, you know? So hey, what's going on there? Another art there. What up? Art G Collection.
Gee,
Good to
what's
see you,
up,
brother.
man?
What is up? Good to see you. Appreciate you popping in. See good stuff out there around you for sure. That's really random. Holy shit. So, anyways, yeah. Sorry to divert. I just don't. Nobody ever brings L5R up except for my one friend that loves it, like me. So, but anyways, so yeah, collecting. So
Yeah,
you were
so
doing that.
was
So my
doing
bad.
that, and so I guess that, and I did some hero clicks a little bit. So I guess
All right.
that was like the collecting part of it, and then I ended up moving, and getting my own place, and then I stumbled across GI Joe 25th anniversary figures, and
Okay.
I was like, "What in the fuck?" Because I've always carried along this. I carried along my collectibles that I had left over. I'd always bring them with me. So I had a suitcase that was full of my retro Joes, and I would just constantly be, bringing whatever collectibles that I felt I wanted to keep with me. And sure enough, came across 25th anniversary Joes, went down that rabbit hole heavily. Like
Yeah.
I remember joining the His Tank website forums, and I'm like, I was trading some retro stuff for the newer stuff, and
Shit.
get
Okay.
having a dude that stashed a new wave of figures in the underneath some towels in Meyer, and I had to drive down to Meyer at like random time, and I'm like hitting the guy up, and he didn't respond quick enough, and all this crazy shit just to get these waves because the Joe stuff wouldn't stay on the shelves,
Right.
and it was also
Yeah.
before really heavy online purchasing was possible,
Right.
you know.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
But that's really what I feel like sparked it, like
Really gonna spark.
because that out, yeah, because I was like one to rock, one to stock with pretty much all of them.
Right.
25th going into like Pursuit of Cobra, and then going into like some of the movie figures, but not like the first movie, but more like the second movie.
Yeah. So that's like what 2012, 2013, maybe around that area. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I don't remember
probably.
time frame, something like that. When did so? What made you? I guess do you know when you started like posting on Instagram? Because it looked like originally, from what I could tell, was that you originally started kind of doing like the toy photography in that sense. But how did that start with you with the Instagram, or how early were you doing that, or what? I guess even what made you do
So
that?
my Instagram originally, I think I was starting it with like my art. It was like pyro arts,
Mm-hmm.
and then I decided to do the YouTube stuff because Marvel Legends wave came out that had a Juggernaut build a figure. It was X Men wave, and it hit right in the nostalgia of like that was my act, like that was my figures, that was my team that growing up with everybody. Again, we grew up in that great
Yeah,
era of comics and trading
all
cards.
that
So
good
X
shit.
Men,
Yeah.
X Factor, X Force, all three of those were like big things. Spider Man, stuff like that. But when that wave came out, it had Juggernaut. Juggernaut's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Mm-hmm.
My three main characters: Venom, Apocalypse, and Juggernaut.
It's a good three.
And so that came out, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, if I'm collecting this stuff, why don't I just record reviews of it? Like, just
Yeah.
showing what comes to it. And I was thinking of more like how you got like all those sites they'll show you how like all the figure came with all these accessories or whatever. Well, why not have a video that sort of shows off what this figure was like and all that stuff? So it's like a catalog that somebody could go back to, or myself because I was stupid, put all the hands into one giant bag, so I just have this giant bag of hands, so I don't know who goes with who. But like I can go back and check those videos and find out what accessories it came with, and be able to compare it or to other figures and things like that.
Yeah, okay. Damn. So yeah, you definitely. I mean, I know only a few people personally that was kind of in the toy thing or doing customs or something in that era, at that time. But like I said, when I started doing my research a little bit on you, like I went back and on your Instagram, like, hot damn, like this dude was like before the big boom of COVID. So I was pretty impressed by that. Oh shit! Look at that. Twitch over there. AI viewers streamboo.com. No, thank you. Get a job. Or you don't have to. Maybe that is your job. I don't know, but still, get out of here. But her real job, we'll say that. So I know GI Joe's is definitely like one of your big lines. What are some of your other favorite lines from the past? We'll start there, like in the past.
growing marks on my arm. Which ones do I want to talk about? Yeah. So I got Mythic Legions that I injected into myself.
Yeah.
Plastic crack. But Mythic Legions, Savage Crucible,
Hmm.
obviously GI Joe. Did a little bit of Transformers, but then got out of that because
I always filter around that because that's a rabbit hole too.
a lot of Mezcos. Had did the Funko thing. NECA.
I wondered if you did
Um,
Funkos.
yeah, I have a bunch of like Naruto and
Jesus Christ!
like
That's the main line I collect.
I had a bunch. I didn't get
Yeah.
all of them. I was just like I cherry picked them and then had
Gotcha.
like the Noid, Bazooka Joe, some of those ones,
Hmm.
Kool Aid Man, like the small one of the guy that's right there.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course then did a bunch of Rick and Morty, like heavy Rick and Morty ones.
Same. Same. Yeah. I got.
I'm trying to
I,
think
s-
of what.
I don't know if I still have my Rick and Morty Funkos, but Naruto's the one I have the most of. Like a lot of the exclusives and like the con stuff or the all that shit.
I got Action Force stuff. We got SH figure arts. I have all the like pretty much all the Naruto SH figure arts. I got all the Berserk SH figure arts.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
everything, man. Turtles, like
Yeah.
Playmates turtles, and
That's kind of what I thought is that you were really into a little bit of all of it kind of thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Right on. I mean, I guess
I
I
mean, it's
got.
just bad that they keep like now. I'm like trying to like stay in my lanes because I'm like
I
there's
know.
so much shit out there, and the price is just getting crazy. Like I saw
I
the
know.
new Spider-Man figure from the movie, and I was like, okay, it comes with a bunch of hands, comes with two like web effects, and I'm like, I just could not swallow paying $27.99 for Spider-Man, and I'm just like, where? Why is this worth $30? Like I don't
Right.
get it.
Right.
Especially when you can go look at like a GI Joe that just comes with a bunch of shit crammed into it for the same price.
Yeah, man. I know. I know. I'm the same way, trying to stay in my lanes. If I'm going to spend my money and everything's getting a little bit more expensive, I need to make sure I'm doing it a little bit smarter, I suppose. I have to really check myself. I started going down the hot toys. I got some hot toys, and I at first was like, "This is great," and then I'm like, "Man, like if I could use that money to buy 3 or 4 more Savage Crucible, that's where I should be spending my money." So I kind of dialed back on that for right now too. I mean, I canceled the two I really wanted, which was RoboCop from RoboCop 2 and T800 Endoskeleton. That was hard for me to. I dealt with that for 2 or 3 weeks of like feeling like I was gonna get FOMO after canceling those orders. Now I'm better, but it was tough because I was like I really wanted those for my collection because I mean those are two of my favorite all time like sci-fi things, right? But it's those things, man. Like Joy Toy stuff keeps coming out, and I'm like I got it. I just got to be
Dude, the
careful.
Joy Toy, I went down that path for like the Death Guard. Like, I was doing
Right.
Custodes. I was like, before the Death Guard came out, I did Grey Knights, sold them all off, and then I was like, all right, let me just do the Custodes. They got the Primark
Mm-hmm.
out. I'll start doing that. The next, Death Guard came out, and I'm like, holy shit, these are it. Like,
Yep. Yep, I know, and it's been. I don't know a ton about Warhammer. I just love the world, and I love the figures and Joy Toy. I bought one Joy Toy. I own one Joy Toy. I own the Krang and the Android because that was one of my figures I loved as a kid that I never
you did
got.
the turtle ones.
I only got one.
Those,
I only
yeah,
bought
those,
one.
but that whole line's fucking beautiful.
It's incredible. Like I don't know. Like I've had, and I've still got all my. The only toys I have from my past are the Playmates retro turtles. That's the only ones I still have in a chest. I got everything mostly, but
Chest, shelve it up, man. Put them on the shelf.
I don't
I got the
know.
retro sewer, and I got
So
the
do I. The party wagon. I got
I
the.
got the party wagon. I got a bunch of the turtle stuff too, because I literally had
Yeah.
like a detolf that transitioned from like the NECA ones to the Revel Tech ones to the movie ones, and then
Moved through all of
underneath
it.
that, the next ones were just like
Yeah, I
playmates of the
know.
newer ones, the older ones and stuff. Just a shit ton.
I don't know if I haven't decided if I'm keeping them quite yet. I don't know. I'm on
Outer
the fence. I'm on
Outer
the fence.
multiverse, yeah. The Common Rider ones are pretty dope.
Yes, yes, and it's good to see you, Brian. I appreciate you. Of course. Those are really cool. I've got 3 or 4 SH figure arts, and of course, they're all Naruto. Well, I got Naruto, Jiraiya, and then my favorite character of Naruto is Gaara, Sabaku no Gaara. But I just the SH figure arts are they're fun to pose and play around with all the bits, but they don't. Wait, what?
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. That's that's my favorite Naruto
My
character.
faded Gara tattoo. That guy get touched up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's my favorite too.
Are we
Gara
related?
and
Are we
then,
cousins?
And then Choji would be my second favorite.
Choji's a good one. My second would probably be Jiraiya.
Oh, see, all right. Well, I guess we're going like actual like that. Jiraiya is my goat. Will always be the goat. Just
Okay.
beginning to end. Like, even though it pissed me off, because I was like, he wasn't. They didn't show he was dead. He should be alive. Like, they never confirmed it.
well, and the good news is they've never found his body, so he couldn't be part of like the Edo Tensei or whatever that was. You know, they couldn't bring him back.
He was such a cool character, and then like,
yeah,
that's one of the main animes that freaking tugged on my heartstrings.
Yeah,
Not
I
really
know.
necessarily. It was really the Jiraiya thing, like that whole connection. Jiraiya with Naruto, the sharing of the ice cream, and that like bonding because he didn't have that fatherly figure in his life.
Bro.
And then when that shit happened, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was so sad. You could feel Naruto's pain. Like,
yeah, that anime was really the first one to like. I mean, it came late. We were pirating it in 2002 from Japan at the time. We had to wait a day after it released because somebody
my buddy was doing that, and then like,
somebody had to sub it,
CD and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly. So before it came on Toonami, I was watching it for 2 years.
Fuck that Toonami shit. The dub is nowhere comparable to the subtitle.
God,
like,
it's
Dennis the
terrible.
Menace voice is shitty. Believe it. Like, he never fucking said that. He never said it in Japan.
He said Databayo.
Yeah.
No, it's awful. And listen, I remember, I think the first time that a cartoon or anime made me bawl like a bitch for a while was the episode in the funeral of the third Hokage after dying to.
Yeah, that one was.
Dude, that
didn't hit me as bad as Jiraiya, but that one still was just like, we witnessed this kid's grandfather basically.
Yep.
And his dad.
Yeah.
Like.
Ero Sinyan. Pervy Sage, man. Yeah. No, Jiraiya is one of the goats.
What about Shikamaru's fucking captain dude? That one was another one. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Asuka?
No, fuck. It's right on my. It's right. And well, Shikamaru is one of my other top favorites as well too. He's in my top 5, hands down. I'm a big Shikamaru fan. But yeah, Asuma, the third grandson.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Or was it son? Third son or his grandson? Third son. It was a son. Because Konohamaru is grandson. So, and yes, I've been watching Boruto. It's a little. It's slow. It's slow. Once you start getting around the 80s to 100s, it really starts finding its way, and it gets much better. So, Jesus, yeah, Naruto, man. Like all the thing is, like, you could have a top 4 or 5 or whatever characters in Naruto, but you end up and this is another thing I think that this anime did better than others. And there's a lot of people that don't like it, and that's fine. That's my favorite anime. Is they have a pantheon of characters of like 40 characters, right? And you somehow always feel some sort of small emotional attachment to every single one of them, even Tenten.
Except for Sakura.
Except for Sakura, yeah.
She was so useless.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Later on, you think you can ship it in when she had the.
Oh, she healed people and then punched things. I don't know. It just.
I know. She was meant to be. I know. But she's much better in Boruto, even though she doesn't get used as well. So.
And then I forgot Neji. The Neji thing too.
Yep. Man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, one of my close friends. That's her favorite character is Neji.
Get shown to the force to death real quick.
It does. Once you get to the tuning exams, bro, it fucking flips real fast.
Orochimaru is such a fucking great villain.
Yeah. And now in Boruto, he's like not. It's so weird.
It's weird how he was this big, like even in the series, like. He was a super villain, and all of a sudden, towards the end, he just sort of like, you forgave him for all the shit that he did? Like, what's going on now? Like, what?
But that's the thing about, again, and I'll argue this with everybody too, is that Naruto has like literal amazing character arcs. It might not always be where you want it to go, but it gets there, and there's always some sort of redemption, and it's always because of how Naruto views the world and how he connects with people. I mean, you see it in the first like 20 episodes with Haku, when in Zabuza. It's just like how is this getting to be
Zabuza
so?
was such a fucking badass too.
He's such a fucking absolutely badass. Yeah, yeah. All the legendary swordsmen of that.
And
But
you're like, is that a girl with him? Nope, that's a boy.
yeah, yeah. Those I like whatever. It's all good, right? But yeah, you didn't know. Like it was so like ambiguous in that sense, and just I don't know. I just think of so many times where these characters, like even Obito, I knew it was free. I had people that would argue with me that Toby was not Obito, and I'm like, that's definitely Obito. Like that, come on, the spelling, everything. And when it was revealed, I could do this to everybody that said no. They're like, that's just too easy. No, man, it makes so much sense. But yeah. Anyways, we like Naruto, and that's why we're cousins apparently.
We,
So
we like anime.
we like anime. Yes, yes. But Gaara is my favorite Naruto character, hands down. Ever since day one, I'm like, this kid is wild, crazy, nuts. And
Yeah,
then he
that's
ends up being a great Kage as well too at the end, and gets
got his
recognized by the
love.
village.
Right here.
Got his love, yeah. Oh, there it is. Damn. Random, more randomness, more similarities. Awesome. So I'll try to steer us back on track a little bit here. So what are your top favorite lines right now? If you had to name like two or three, what right now? I mean, I know you, like I said, I know you collect and dabble in other things, but do you have some like major favorites?
Do you
Like
want
this
do you
is
want like you want mainstream or you want
no, no,
because
whatever line.
obviously GI Joe the classified line is going to be my number one.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. It's.
I would say following that, just on what I displayed in my initial area, Savage Crucible's up there right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rob and his team, all sweethearts,
Mm-hmm.
and what they do for their toy line, you really they have that passion behind it. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
how we're talking about anime and everything else. Is literally like they're those guys that are like we're making these figures and we love it because we're fans of the content we're taking from. I mean, Rob plays Diablo,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I'm sure a lot of them they also do the D&D stuff. So to see that brought into the action figure world where you're like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
this looks like a souped up Diablo character in a sense that I could do, and I could swap the parts around, and
Mm-hmm.
and he's evolved so much. Like when they first came out, I went to the Maryland Toy Expo, met Rob first time, and RG's like, yeah, you should pick up a couple. And I was looking at them, I picked up two. Then I realized I should have got an accessory set. Hit up what can I think? D Blake Makes. I don't know if you ever heard of D Blake Makes.
Mm-hmm.
He does custom signs. He hits all these venues. He does these acrylic signs that are like logos of like GI Joe or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Berserk, whatever Naruto. You can put it up with your collection to make that
Cool.
collection pop.
Nice.
And it's not like, and it's all done on like these hard plastic and acrylic colors. It's fucking awesome.
That sounds fucking awesome. Yeah.
So I had him pick up the accessory set. So like I got that, and I was like, all right, I got a couple lizard. I think I got like the Century Guard or whatever, one of the Royal Guard, and then I got Como. And then since then it was like next thing you know, I'm like I have all the lizards. I'm like I didn't think I was going to collect lizard people.
Oh, I love
and then
lizard
now
men.
I'm just all really just been picking them up. Like Rob's making good stuff, evolving the plastic and stuff like that. And then also even before that, I got into Mythic Legions and like because I saw their goblins were how I like my goblins to look. If you ever play World of Warcraft, like that goblin style or Warhammer, like that goblin style those are goblins to me.
Right.
So once I saw that, I'm like, well, shit, I want to get this. So I start picking up the goblins, and then next thing you know, let me go ahead and see what faction they're part of. Oh, they're part of the Aerther faction. Well, Aerther is sort of close to my name. Let me go down this route. And holy shit, figure obscura stuff. Like, it's just, Mythic Legions. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I have a big Aerther figure obscura section, and then it goes into Savage Crucible. And then if you're collecting Joes, you're gonna have some Action Force. So I do have Action Force stuff too.
Right on.
Even though some people are like, you can't collect both because you got that some Action Force fans that hate Joes because it's not Action Force, and you got the other side. And it's like, nah, man, they're both military. Mix them.
Yeah.
I played with those 3 3/4 Joes and mixed in some of those shitty core figures. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
were they
Yeah.
corpse figures or whatever the hell they were called?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I think it was Corpse. Yeah. Yeah. And fuck it. At that point, like if you like modern military, fucking why not? Like, what does it matter, right?
Yeah, it's like who cares? And I mean, honestly, like prime example, it's scale. Like people want to bitch about scale and stuff. Like, dude, you can go and get an 8-inch figure and sort of still put it on a shelf with something smaller. Just set it up. You can set stuff up with like Funko Pops or even statues, and it doesn't have to be necessarily an action figure. It's like whatever gives you that picture that you want.
Yeah.
and
Whatever
display setup.
scratches the itch, right? Whatever scratches
Exactly.
the itch.
You want to mix
Yeah.
My Little Pony with He-Man? Who gives a fuck? Do it.
Damn right. Who gives a fuck? I'm not a brony, but I will say that the mid 2010s My Little Pony was way better than it needed to be, and very surprising. If you ever got a chance to dive into it, very well, very good storytelling, really good shit, fantasy, everything. So, but yeah, right on. Okay, okay. Um, what figure lines do you dislike a lot? Are you and I'm gonna ask this, kind of go with this too. A lot of people don't like McFarlane anymore. They don't like Todd. How do you feel about Todd? I guess, but like start there. What figure lines is there? You just like, yeah, it's not for me.
Definitely, just because like I cherry picked a couple, but he's just stupid and insane and just money hungry to where he's not listening to the fans at all. And I'm glad he lost the DC license. It's just like big ass pins, shitty ball joints that he started fixing towards the end. It's like too late, bro. Like, and the big rubber diapers that on everything, and just some of the
Like Super
sculpts. It was
7?
just like Super 7.
Diapers?
Let's just so Super 7. If we're gonna go that route, we can blend it sort of like Super 7. I have a lot of Super 7. I went and got the turtles. Like those turtles from Super 7 are amazing. They're really good stuff. What kills Super 7? Some of their shit is shit. But with like the turtle line and some of that stuff, it's like who wants to pay the price? I feel like they're asking too much.
Man,
So
yeah, man.
it's like
I've been wanting Silverhawks for years, and I won't pull the trigger on them.
wait for them to go on clearance. That's the best way to do it. Like
Yeah,
I
won't
paid
even
full
do it.
retail for the original 4 turtles. After that, I started picking up stuff like on clearance. I think I paid retail for Casey because Casey Jones is my man, and then
Yeah, right.
and then Scumbug and Wingnut and Screw Loose, like those two, because I was told there was like a limited run of them, like they're not being as produced as much as the regular stuff was. I wanted to snag them before they weren't there, and then I got a lot of them just super clearanced out. Paid some regular for like the Toxic Avenger stuff. A couple of those I got gifted some, and I got
Gnarly.
one on clearance. But I have everything Super 7 did for Toxie, um, and I don't regret those. But it's again cherry picking and also being able to see like this is cool. I would like to have it, but is it worth it to you?
Mhm.
I don't have the deep pockets or unlimited money, so therefore I'm gonna have to pick and choose what I want to drop money on, especially when
Right.
you're looking at like what they're like 55, $60 for one, and it's like a Super 7 figure, or you can compare it to a Savage Crucible figure, or example being like some of the Mythic Legions that are up for pre-order now. Like some of them, if you pre-order, it's like $35. So it's like I can get 2 Mythic Legions instead of one Savage, or instead of one Super 7
I
figure. Like,
know. I know. It's no brainer.
right.
It's no brainer.
So, or even 2 classified figures for the price of a Super 7. Just no, I can't. And another company that I feel like is like not really listening to the fans.
Okay. So, McFarlane Super 7 seem like they're kind of yeah. Pick like you said, pick
Yeah.
and choose. Any other lines that you just like? Yeah, I just not into that for whatever reason.
I mean, there's
Or any
lots of not
companies?
into, but
I guess
company
companies might.
wise,
Yeah, maybe that's a better way to phrase that.
what is it? The Man's was it Maestro Union does like the Foray Planet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them. And who else? Was it loyal subjects? I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the two because they just were disrespectful to me when I reached out to them to invite them on as my show as a guest. You know, and of course when you invite me, you're like, hey man, if you got to do free samples or anything, I'd review it on my channel, whatever. But I was inviting them on primarily to like, hey, let's talk about your product. Like when they first dropped that, was it the Tiger Master Zen for Ray Planets?
Yeah.
Like I got one and I was like, these are really awesome, and I wanted to invite them on to just talk about their figures and stuff like that, and they just were very like at first was like, yeah, okay, sounds good, and then as it got closer, they're like, I wasn't good enough for them. I'm
Mm.
like, really? Like, okay, fine, fuck you. And
Yeah.
then
Right. Yeah.
and
Right.
then and then loyal subjects sort of the same way. Like I want to invite you on to talk about your product, and your dude's gonna be whoever spokesperson or PR person was just an asshole to me. So I was like, fuck them too. So
Yep. I can respect that. I would feel that way too. Okay. Okay.
yeah, it's like
Um.
especially when it's like those companies talk to me like, all right, one obviously is international. They're not as big, but still like getting the opportunity to talk about products. It's like, hey, it's pretty much free advertising in a sense.
Yeah. It's a
And then
platform.
I could before Lenny switched over to his new position, not with Hasbro, but when he was on GI Joe, I'd hit him up on Instagram and stuff like that, and we were trying to line up. Like he's like, yeah, just keep email PR, do this stuff. Like he wanted to come over and talk about Joes and stuff, but if we had to go through the PR stuff, and of course, no responses and stuff. But at least I have people over there. They're like, yeah, we wanted to do this. You just got to go through these steps. And unlike the other ones, were just like, no, fuck you. Like, wow, okay.
Right. Right. Man, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter the size of your bandwidth. You know what I mean? Like the point is, like you said, it's free advertising, and people are gonna see that. And that's unfortunate to hear those sort of things. And we all know that Harbinger is the opposite of that, and that's why I think a lot of us who are super fans of the line in general, but also of the people behind it, is because of those reasons. You know what I mean? They'll hang out and talk to anybody. You know what I mean? And they're great.
Yeah.
And everybody on that team's great. Literally
Yeah.
every single person. So yeah, it's night and day, and that's what keeps me such a huge supporter and advocate for their toy line is because of the people behind them and because they care about their people.
That's why I liked. I don't know if the stream when I had it was Tide Realms on.
Yeah,
Tide Realm
we
Creations
did too.
played.
Yep, same.
Um, dude's a nice guy, just real down to earth, and I think that's really
Hmm.
the representation you should be bringing to the table. Like, you're
Absolutely.
gonna be, you know, and
Yeah,
the fact that they take the time to just come on and talk about it, it's like,
yeah.
yeah, they're wanting to push the Kickstarter and all that stuff, but it's like even before that, like met him at Legion's Con,
Hmm.
randomly we were like going met up with one of my friends Four Feathers while we were there. He took us out for like a Jersey pizza experience, and then Junkie on Crafts and Builds came and he brought them, and I was like, are those your kids? Like I didn't know who they were. I was like, is that your son and daughter or what? And then come to find out it was them, and then we were just
Yeah,
like, it was wild. Like,
yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. I had them on Dungeon Banter a couple months ago before the Kickstarter, and Quaid's passion, his fun, and that's the Kickstarter was coming up. I wanted this is for you. This is your platform. We talked Pirate Fantasy, of course, with him. Me and Jehovah, but like we wanted to give you the platform to talk about your product. So it's like you said.
Captain Dude, it looks so good.
Yeah, yeah, gnarly, gnarly. So speaking of Legions Con, actually, I heard potentially a little something. A little birdie told me that you may have accidentally missed out on the last Plunderlings drop at Legions Con. Can you talk about that? What exactly happened?
Oh, it was just a random, you know, they had extras, which I found on Amazon. There's a lot of the Plunderlings sold by Plunderlings on Amazon, which is weird versus their site saying some of the stuff sold out. But either way, um, it was like the last day of Legion's Con. Sometimes you gotta take a shit, and it's
Not
the
more,
worst.
not more complex than that. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
and
right.
like it's just like coffee coming through and stuff like that. Because me and Paul were like, morning because the place we stayed at was free breakfast. So it's like fuck yeah, coffee, eggs, all that shit. And then you
All of
walk
it.
around a hot ass convention over a while. You just got to.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there. You had to straddle the giant puddles of piss because apparently dudes can't piss in a toilet properly. They just piss on the floor. It's the
What
most
is that
disgusting.
about, dude?
I
What
don't
is
know,
that
man.
about? Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Dude, it's like piss in the toilet. If you got some drip, grab some toilet paper and fucking wipe the tip of your
Right.
dick. But like, it's disgusting. So I'm like trying to like straddle this puddle, make my nest all over because they, of course, you can wipe down the seat and stuff. But the thought of seeing piss that was already on there, it's like made my nest. And I'm sitting there like trying to get this all set up. All of a sudden, Instagram post that we found these extra cursed idol guys. We only have a couple. And I'm like messaging them like, dude, I'll be there. Just I'm and I got out there and they were sold out. And I was like, fuck. It was like one of the cursed idols is the red one. But recently found them on Amazon. So
Good. Okay. Well, sometimes you just gotta shit. That's
yeah, I mean it's just
what are you
like,
gonna
are you
do?
serious? Right.
What are you gonna do? Okay. All right. Well,
But Plunderlings is another one of those indie lines that
yes.
I went heavily into because they don't take up, well, if you go heavily into them, they take up some real estate, like, but they're so fucking fun and they
So
pose
posable,
up.
so fun. Yeah, man.
The quality of the build's really nice, and then it's just that creativity of like the plunder planes, how they. I got one of the birds, and then I got into some of the like all the frogs that they dropped. So good.
I have recently am holding some a friend's dead man sent me some plunderlings for our good buddy Rad, and Rad only
Which
comes
ones?
over here. The white one, a blue one. There's like a black one, I think. There's like 3 or 4 in there. And Deadman had sent me a horse, so I was fucking around with it, and I'm like, man, these plunderlings are fucking. Everybody talks about them, right? So I took it out of the bag and I started playing with them. I'm like, holy shit, these are really fucking posable. I'm like, oh my god, these are really cool. And I love Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, and I'm like, this kind of looks like Stitch too, which is kind of like calling to me. And it's got that cute little goblin look, right? Like when you're talking about
Yeah,
goblins or
that's
whatever, yeah. So I get, yeah, because like you said, like World of Warcraft, that kind of style or aesthetic. And I'm just like, man, these little fuckers are awesome. And I stacked them like 2 or 3 of them trying to get on a horse, the horse that he sent me. And I pretty much told Rad, I'm like, these are fucking mine. You ain't getting them. Like, I don't know. He thinks he's still getting them this weekend, but he's not getting them. They are
but
now
that's the
mine.
cool thing about them too. Is like in their scale, they get almost like if they come to, like if you look at them, you're like, man, you could come to life, and that would be the scale of what a plunderling would be. Like that
Yeah,
little guy,
dude,
like
they're so fucking great. And I'm so mad. I don't have the time. I guess maybe. I mean, I could probably spend the money and get into them, but I'm like, I'm not trying to like get into any new things or try to catch up on
just
stuff. I'm
search,
trying to.
go on Amazon, search plunderlings. They got them
I
there.
have.
But they got a lot more on there now, and then you could always just pick a couple.
I know.
You know?
I will see because I think they would actually really mix well with like the Crucible in my world that I'm building with Crucible in like a funny kind of way. Like, and I kind of do that with some of my Savage shots. Anyways, I try to like mix the real world into it. And I feel like, man, these would actually kind of fit really well in it. But
And they teeter on that like line where it's like they sort of cartoony, but then
right,
also can fit in with the real
I
world.
know it's
And
weird.
then I have some friends that be like, "Well, how can they fit in the real world?" I was like, "Every fantasy world I've seen has that little cutesy
Yes.
something,
Mm-hmm.
you know."
Yeah.
And I think that they work well. And I think that if you get into some of the crazier ones, like even the Plunder Strongs are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What they were doing,
It's
like big cannon arm and shit.
dude, it's so tempting, and I swear, like he's not gonna be getting these. Like Rad can kiss my booty hole. Oh shit! Oh shit! Who's that? Who's that? Let me see. Look who it
Oh,
is.
fuck you, Joe.
What's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you, Joe. Good to see you, brother. Awesome. Oh, holy shit! Followed right by Mr. Jehovah. I know unboxing art is very meta. I'm going for that existentialist. What's up, brother? Good to see you. He was on Figure Fight Club last night. It was a great interview. I had to lurk a lot of the time there, but I love those guys too. They put out some great content. So, but awesome. So yeah, Plunderling's point is that I'm struggling, and it sounds like you were able to get the one you missed out because of having to take a number 2. So I'm glad to hear that was rectified for sure. So, but kind of talking about the content, of course, still in the Instagram stuff, and you being really early on that. So, when did you start the YouTube streaming, and how did that start, or when did that take a turn into that?
YouTube stuff. So I had the Instagram first as Pyro Arts because I was doing it for my like work. I was doing, you
Right.
know, my drawings and random sketches and stuff like that. And then 9 years ago is when I started the YouTube channel with that Marvel Legends X Men wave that sparked it. But then also was like getting into
Okay.
like trying to collect like Slipknot masks. Um,
Oh.
a friend of mine, AJ Good, the House of Mask. He was like, you're part of like Facebook groups and stuff. He was really into like Slipknot. He has like the biggest Slipknot mask collection. I don't know if you ever see. I had
Wow.
him on my stream at one point,
Okay.
um, but yeah, he giant collection. He's had Jay Weinberg at his place because he got a storefront in Chillicothe, Ohio, put his collection in it, and then he started getting more notice. He'd throw like these Pale Fest concerts and stuff like that. And he's still doing it again this year too. But then he went from there and he bought a church and moved it all to the church. And he's had like he's good friends with Sid Wilson now. He's had Jay Weinberg there. He's met like
Jesus.
Till Linderman. He's been doing a lot of stuff. He met Shaggy to hang out over at like one at gathering the juggalos and stuff like that. Like,
No
but
shit.
like he was doing this mass stuff, like his passion, right? Like his passion evolved into this, and that's sort of like I just started with this a hobby that I'm doing. And it's like if it evolves and explodes like his, cool. But he's massive now. But I was collecting figures and I was starting to do the mask thing. But then over time, I'm like, all right, I'm keeping these masks, selling these off because it was too much to try to
Yeah.
maintain.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get proper like was it like proper masks that are done like not like you're if they're just doing normal pours and stuff like that. I think it's the material itself
They'll break
eventually
down,
starts to
right?
rot. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
it's vinyl. That's what I was thinking of. If you get vinyl masks, like they'll last forever. But when you start getting into the other stuff, it can just dry rot and start crumbling apart. Like I had a
Gotcha.
volume 3 Corey Taylor mask that I used to use for Halloween and stuff, but the oils from your face and stuff, it got to a part where it just like you could crush it. It crumbled and cracked and crumbled.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and those are like your Halloween masks that are from like what's it fucking Halloween USA or whatever the hell those places are called.
Yeah. Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween. There we go. Yeah. So
Hmm.
that's a lot of stuff like that. But I kept a couple. I kept two. I have a vintage West Germany clown that was the original maker that did Clown's first mask.
No shit.
And
Okay.
then I have one of that from that same mold from the same lady in Germany of like it was like a gray and black version, almost like their Grammy clown mask. So I think I have those two. I might have an Iowa clown too that somebody made, but either way, but the main two that I kept that were pretty much the vinyl of those two clowns.
Damn. That's okay. So that's the evolution. So when you started doing the videos, was it like showcasing the masks or?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I'd
Okay. Okay.
show it, and then I put it on and stuff like that. Um,
Okay. And then did
but
that evolve into like unboxing the toys and stuff like that too eventually?
I was sort of mixing it together a little bit,
Yeah. Okay.
because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I had like
Right.
when I first got to Maryland, they got my first apartment. It had like the little section of a wall that had the shelves built in. So I was putting stuff up there. I already collected like gas masks and stuff throughout
Okay.
here. So I'd have like on foam heads gas masks, and I think I had a Boba Fett helmet and mixture of Slipknot masks and stuff all on these little shelves. So,
Right on. Okay. Okay. What so then you started doing like the weekly show. How did that come up, or what made you decide to do that? And matter of fact, even kind of a two part there. What's kind of give a synopsis of what your show kind of is.
State of the Arts, a show I do every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Um, it was just more of like I felt like people were pushing like streams. We're like, hey, we should do lives and do this stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
was fun. And then I just started to think of names, and then RG that you saw in the chat, like me and him were throwing names back and forth because I was starting. It was before he even started doing his live streams and stuff.
Right.
We were just, I was like, man, I want to do something, man. It'd be fun, and I just decided to do it. And I was like, let's just talk about stuff. Let's, I'll do like mail hauls or I'll do whatever, and it evolved really into the point of like I want to talk about the latest toy news, but I also want to have indie creators on, fellow collectors, artists, because it's state of the art. It's unboxing art. It's not necessarily just
Right.
action figures. It's everything under the art genre.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So
it's just brilliant.
like, so it's like, hey, you make a comic. Come on, let's talk about your art. Let's talk about your comic. Hey, you're into this. Like, when I had AJ on, it's like we're talking about his mass collection. We're talking about music because he's throwing his Pale Fest. We're talking about what other things he collects as well, and sort of like it's all part of that same canopy, same umbrella.
No, that's great. That's great. And how long you been doing the show now?
I'm at like episode 179. I think next week will be 180. I think.
Okay.
180 episodes. That's once a week. Do the math, I guess. Couple years.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple years. Yeah, don't ask me to math, but right on. Yeah, okay. Fuck yeah. Okay.
It started with me, Froggy Geezer, which is Judd, and then my buddy Josh, which is Blue Eye. And so we went and we were doing that for a while, and then we started having change up. Like life happens. Josh had to bow out.
Yeah.
I got in Paul, and then Judd was just like, yeah, he's like, I want to bow out as well for a little bit, and it's like I don't care, so it's like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be doing like I'm the one that has to be the dedicated one. Like
and
so we got Joe on, and Joe was born yesterday, so had that fresh baby boy on my stream, and we were just talking about.
I know.
Talk about the hobby, man. We're tired of all the negativity, all the drama bullshit. When it's like, dude, we're grown ass men that collect toys.
Right.
Like we have opinions about stuff. We'll talk about stuff, but all the behind the scenes drama bullshit. It's just like, if you think outside of our groups, if you went out in the public and said, I'm a grown ass man that collect toys, we're gonna look like we're fucking weird. So it's just like, why are we having beef within our own communities and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb.
Man, you're right on that. That could be that's a topic and a half right there. I feel like you're absolutely right on that. And I do want to point out one thing I love about Joe, like you said, like new baby boy. Like I don't know what it is about him, but I just want to pick him up sometimes and just kind of like coo him a little bit, like a little baby. Like I just want to hold him.
You can actually.
I know. I hope to meet him.
You can curl his beard with your finger a little bit.
Yeah. He's just this adorable little guy. I just want to like hold and maybe warm up a bottle for her. I don't know. So
yeah. Have you done his cartoons and cereal?
No.
On his channel, he does cartoons and cereal where it's like talking about like Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. Shit.
Yeah.
So Joe, if you're still watching, get Tone on there for your cartoons and cereal.
I've watched some, and Joe does also really good content too. I really enjoy his content.
Yeah, he does all those the conventions that he goes to, and like the shops and stuff. Like,
yeah, and you're doing some great shit too. I haven't watched the one dropped yesterday, but you're doing like your content going to these shops. What I like about it is it's not overly long. It's pretty to the point. It's condensed, and you got. Yeah. And you just I don't know. I think what you're doing right now is just it's a good fit for you and your background and content too. Honestly, it's cool.
Honestly, it thinks that was Janine's idea. Honestly, she was like, "Hey, you're coming out
and
here."
She running your shit.
And I'm okay with it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's great.
My ADHD self is like focus on one thing. She just like pivots me and like points my laser where I need to go. But like she was like, I looked up these shops. She's like, we should hit here.
Gnarly.
One we couldn't hit because we were driving. I think it was Colorado. Colorado's a shit show to drive through, especially at night.
I've heard that too.
We're like, we didn't go to one, so on the fly I found another one, and we're doing this thing. And she's like, hey, when we travel and we're gonna check out shops, you record it. And she's like, we're just gonna add that as a little subgenre on your channel. Just
fuck yeah, more content.
Yeah.
Yep, and
it's
fits
cool
you really
because
well.
like who doesn't want to see the content? And it's like now like I do voiceovers, which makes it a lot easier, so I don't have to sit there and talk.
Yeah,
while I'm there
absolutely,
the whole time.
100%,
I just record and get the good footage.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I know I kind of know how you added Paul and Joe to the show, but like, how did you meet each of those dudes?
Collecting.
Was it
Like
collecting? Yeah.
through the hobby, man.
Yeah.
Like Judd was like, me and him became freaking great friends. Like, he came out here for my birthday cookout and stuff like that. He drove up and all that stuff. Like,
Right on.
just started by watching the channel, and I was like, hey, you want to be a moderator? And the next thing, you just evolved. It's
Cool.
just like how we came across each other. It's just like it just happens. Stuff lines
Yeah.
up. You either find people that you connect with, or you don't. Like,
Right.
doesn't mean you don't like the people or can't tolerate them. It's just like, but sometimes you just have that connection.
Yeah. It's a click.
When you share
Click.
a glizzy together. Like
Yeah.
the tramp.
That's the only way to do
together,
it.
like exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Smothered in mustard.
But it's also my humor is one of those things too, where it's like I don't filter,
Yeah.
and sometimes I go too far, is what I've been told. Like sometimes I'll just take it that next level that people are like, you didn't have to do that, but like you laugh with that stuff, so it's like okay, so it's like you get the humor, and you might be that type of person that goes a little too far too, and it's like
Right.
you know,
Right. Right. And I'll be honest. I mean, think about the first time we met on Merck's Live.
yeah.
He just randomly brought me on. So Deadman says that the reason he brought me on, because I had been on a couple times, and I've known Deadman for a couple years because of Zilla and Rad, of course. Like, that's how I met, both of them was through Zilla. Like you said, through the collecting, right? And Deadman had me on a couple times, and I'm like, I know that I say ridiculous shit, and like you said, I probably sometimes go too far because I don't have a filter. I do, but it just, it depends on the topic, right, or where we're going with it. But when it comes to Deviant, I mean, my nickname when I first started video game streaming on Mixer was the Deviant one, because it'd get to be 2 a.m. I'd be drunk trying to play a video game, and I'm talking about butt plugs and shit, right? Like just going off on a tangent.
Which you can, like, why not? Fuck
Why
it.
not?
Like,
This is not for children. If your children are watching, don't have them watch. Like if you don't like it, right? But like if you don't like it, you can turn it off too. But when I was on Merck's Live, I think the first thing I said to you guys because he says that you guys were being really funny and like that mature, and he's like he felt like he needed like an even playing field, so that's why he sent the link. He's like, hop on here, right? And one of the first things I said to you guys, I don't know what toy it was, and so I said out of my mouth, it was like, can I put that in my pee hole? I just remember like we all just like everybody just stopped and we all just died laughing. You know what I mean? Like, and to me, I know that seems kind of silly, but that's one of the ways I connect with people is how far are they willing to take the joke, right? I'm an adult. I grew up on Kevin Smith movies and Beavis and Butthead, and my entire Jackass, like all this shit, right? So that's where my toilet humor is. That's where it all comes from. So I knew right away meeting you guys because I got a good reception. I'm like, oh fuck, these guys dig it. And then I watched your stream. I'm like, holy shit! Like I just found a clique of people who get my bullshit, and it was like a match made in heaven, or in partly Michigan too. But so that being said, like, was it the same way with Deadman? You just somehow met him through the circles. Like, how did that happen?
yeah, I think in a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might have maybe it's through Josh. I don't. There's like some. It was like just a connect. It happened again. It's all because of the community and the hobby.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Yeah. It's really random how I met Deadman in a way, and even Rad, and get to know these folks on that side, and now being on Merck's Live, it's like I just started watching because like I like the content. I love what they do. They uplift the community, and that's like and they do it so well, right? It's very
the work that they do, like the photography that they
yeah,
do,
man,
is,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
next level of shit. Like
and it's so selfless. And, so you met through Skelly. Oh, we're glazing the man, the myth, the legend right here. There it is. Deadman says
Skelly.
It was through Skelly. So there you go. Okay, right on. Well, good timing, my friend. Good to see you. And now to be involved, with the show is it's just wild. Like I even told them too. I said I just started watching because I want to support you guys. I love what you guys are doing, and I start talking about pee holes, and that might be an entry into some content. So fuck it, right? So, and he knows that.
Not this content, some OnlyFans content.
Well, do you know the joke on? So that's funny you say that. Do you know the joke on Merck's Live about me and OnlyFans? You might not, but
Tones.
The Tonely fans, yeah, it started by I think Leaky Dumpster started the Tonely fans thing. So one of these days I'm gonna put it together and it's gonna be a whole.
Me and Paul do Only Bears. You
Only
know.
bears. Yep. Paul's mentioned only bears. Yep. Yep. Fucking right. Fucking right. Fucking right. You know, that's what's great about you guys. Like even like Joe, like you guys just like I'll say dumb shit even in the chat and or whatever it is, and then you guys don't even skip a beat on this shit. Like Joe's got something to say, you got something to say, Paul's got something to say. I'm like, you guys are fucking just as deviant as we get on fucking Mercs. It's great. So I love it. You know, one of the things I was going to ask you, and I knew I was going to come back around to it, and you kind of already brought it up as well too, because of my love for Harbinger Studios and the Savage Crucible line, which again I have to always make sure I shout out to Jay Hova for putting them first couple of figures in my hands, and I was trying to really get into the content and get it more, and trying to really find my way into like I knew I want to do some form of like toy content, maybe a little photography. You know what I mean? I'm super amateur hour at it, but I do enjoy it because I like posing figures. That's the big thing I like the most about it. And I wanted to get into world building, and I wanted to use Savage Crucible. Well, now at that point, and I was trying to again find my way in that. But he put that Savage Crucible figure in my hand, dude, and I was like, this is blowing my mind. Like I got that. It was like the first time I had a He-Man in my hands as a kid, because it's one of my all-time favorite lines and that fantasy and everything. And you mentioned that you met Rob at a con in Maryland, and that's how that started. So,
Even it started before that.
was it
I
before
just
that?
reached. I think I think it was during their Kickstarter,
Okay.
original Kickstarter. I invited him on to talk about the stuff, and ever since then, like
Yeah.
he gave me he made sure like we had a phone conversation before he came on. Like did even signed up for the streaming. Like he needed to like
Right.
test the waters. He needed to see what it was about. He needed to see what the type of person I was, which I respect that. And
Yeah.
then he came on, and then ever since then, we just, anytime I'll hit him up and be like, hey, you want to come on? I
Yeah.
usually wait so many months and let them build up enough stuff that they're doing, or like,
Yeah, and have those
you know,
conversations. Um, yeah, because you were on that. Like I said, like when I was diving back, I was like, man, you know Nikki and all these, and like you were on some of this earlier than a lot of folks as well too. And I was like, God damn, like he really has been in there. And then I realized that when you had Rob on a couple weeks ago, and I literally started watching it. Like I got fortunate enough to be on one of my dungeon banters with Jay, and we had Rob and Frankie on just talk about Frazetta art, and that was cool enough to kind of actually get to actually meet him or whatever for the first time. And a lot of the streams he's on, he's very chill anyways. But it was different with being on with you because like I started watching, went to did Mercs Live, and came back, and you guys were 4 hours strong, and he's just sitting there just chilling and clowning and having a blast. I'm like, you don't like. I mean, like I said, I see him in a different settings doing and having a lot of fun, but like this was different. Like you guys were just fucking like vibing, and I'm like, God damn, this is awesome to come back and see all those things. And I'm like,
that's how
so
it
yeah,
should be,
yeah, and it is
you
how it
know?
should be, and like I always think about those like outside of like this kind of format to like talk and find out about people and learn about people, like that. Just trying to vibe. Like if you're gonna have these folks on and talk about their stuff, let them kind of do it how they want, but like let them vibe also. You know what I mean? Like let people vibe. And I just thought that you guys did such a great job with that too. And I know it's each other. I know it's content either way, but I was just like, damn, like these guys are going 4.5 hours strong. That was pretty gnarly to see
He
that.
probably could
So
have kept going further, but I was trying to give him outs at times, like, oh yeah, I know I'm keeping you along, but like it's hard when you're hanging out with people that are like minded and you just want to bullshit and hang out. I mean, even after the stream, we still hung out even longer.
that's awesome. Yeah, no,
Backstage, we were talking about a lot of stuff, and he shared some cool stuff that I
yeah,
can't speak of, but really,
that's awesome when he
really
does that,
awesome
right?
stuff.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's great. The whole team, like I said, I know we could sit here and I know they were joking with you guys the other night when you were talking to them,
yeah.
like time to
Is
chill,
it?
time to chill. But I mean, it's hard. I mean, I get the joke and that, but when you
Did you
really
get
truly
Elric?
passionate, yeah, I got a couple
Yeah, like
Elrics.
fucking that Elric figure. Like when they dropped it, I was like, dude, I want a Black Knight. I didn't know anything about Elric.
Right.
Ended up buying the book, start reading the book, but like that Elric figure, and then him showing like, oh, I changed the plastic. This is what you can do, and he bent the leg and then bent it back, and like was still like,
Were you
I'm like,
watching that live stream when he did that? And I was
yeah.
like, I almost had a fucking heart attack. Like I was like, oh my god, what is he
I
doing?
was like, that's the biggest thing that I was like, you guys are evolving.
Hmm.
He showed at Joe Fest that one dude with like the red skull mask, and he had chainmail, and he's implementing like the chainmail into. I'm like, not just soft goods with wire or anything, but you're implementing metal chainmail onto
Chain
your feet.
fucking
Like,
mail. Right,
right,
right, right, dude. Right, right, right. So I think it's just a different, it's just a different vibe and passion, and that's why I can't speak enough to how much I like the
he's not
Javarthi
trying to
Sentinel.
price gouge either.
No, at all, at all. He's not at all. He's trying to rock that fine line, and I get it. But man, just a lot of good stuff. And like I said, it was when I started doing my research on you, and I knew that you were into Savage. I just didn't realize how deep that root went, and I was really quite pleased to see that. And clearly, like you said, you've known him for a while, and that's awesome to have that
I
kind of
try to
friendship.
find a lot of people to invite on. Like,
Hmm.
I had the 9 to 5 guy on, which it was all right. Like, sometimes I'll have guests on, and they're just so it's just their personality. Sometimes they can just come off as dry, and it's just like
Sure.
I can only energize it so much,
Yeah.
and then it's just
Yeah.
like then afterwards, it's like, okay, this person isn't really meant for chilling like that, or
Hmm.
just didn't
Hmm.
vibe. But
And you never know until you get in those conversations, right? You
yeah,
know. I
and I
mean,
had Bobby on from Action Force back when his Kickstarter I think was going first, and that was a good time. I had him on a second time that was okay, but after that I was like,
yeah.
because like there was like my buddy Josh. It was the first time he met Bobby. He was excited, but then when he was asking questions, we'd get some answers of like, "Oh, I already answered that on another podcast," and it's like, we get it. You're pushing your own stuff and everything, but like when you're on other channels, maybe the other streams, those people don't subscribe to you or watch it, or it's like,
Hmm. Hmm.
but it's just the way he was going with it. It just like Josh sold off his Action Force collection because of it, because he's just like, it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Sometimes personalities just don't match, and it is what it is, right? And like you said, you don't know until you know. At that
yeah, I'm
point,
not
I
going to
always
come
say
on this one and you ask me a question and be like, I already said that on another stream.
that's fair. That's fair. I'll tell you,
Fucking
the big thing here is that you don't know how not necessarily the rapport, but sometimes that can be. But like some people are drawn out and longer, and some people are shorter and get through things, and just don't know. And I have to evolve with that as well. So, but
just look at it as like, hey, you get invited onto a stream or whatever to talk about your products. Think about those actors and actresses that have to go and talk about their movie the same questions over and over again.
hmm, yeah.
Do their personalities ever come off as too wet?
I just instead of being too dry.
Um,
Oh, I mean, I guess that's
I mean,
legitimate. Like if you're
I mean,
high action,
like
high
I
energy.
myself, sometimes need a towel with some of the stuff that's revealed or talked about,
Right, 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 right.
So it might
I
be
have
too wet on my end.
right. Sometimes I have to like if I'm talking certain toy lines, I have to like actually shove like a paper towel in my pee hole just so I don't leak too
Right.
much.
Or sometimes,
Yeah.
it just you start getting hot and sweaty when you start looking at some of these female
Right.
figures because they're getting so detailed that you just gotta sit on a towel because your ass is just dripping with sweat.
Jesus, I know some of these
You know.
figures that Abby normally shows us and collects, or some of these other even like I see on 5K. I'm like, am I in a porn site? What am I?
Right. Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're showing like I've seen some of these voluptuous ones now too, even more than normal. I'm like, god damn, like, can I fit that on a fleshlight? Anyways, so as far as collecting and like streaming unboxings and all this stuff, you've definitely been through the throes of a lot of this, which is pretty neat to see. I did want to ask about a specific figure, a Savage Dragon, a floppy Savage Dragon. Can you break into that
wouldn't
a little
say it
bit?
was wouldn't say he was floppy, but it was a very expensive flop, as in it was Todd McFarlane doing Todd McFarlane shit. Like he couldn't hold one of his guns.
Right.
His finger didn't fit through the hole. And then his elbow joints were single jointed, but when you bent it, it left like a big crater. It just looked nasty. It was just a disappointment because I respect Eric Larson and his work. I
Oh
grew up with
yeah,
Savage Dragon.
yeah.
Met
I love
Eric
I love
Larson.
Eric Larson as a person. He's a great guy too.
I met him through college. As one of my classes, we rented a table at Motor City Comic Con. We were doing like
Gnarly.
prints and stuff, and I took a break from the table, and me and this one dude walked over, and there was Eric Larson, and he was drawing, like, whoever brought up paper or whatever, he'd draw something he's giving back to the community. And I had comic board, and I'm like, fuck, I'm over here drawing for people too. So here, I'll give you a comic board. He's like, well, what do you want? And I was like, fucking Savage Dragon. He was drawing like Spider-Man for people and all that shit. I'm like, Savage Dragon, that's your fucking thing.
Right.
And like,
You're right.
So he drew Savage Dragon, and if you've never seen Eric Larson draw, he draws where his hands curled in. I thought he had an issue, like he was like maybe had a stroke or something, but he draws like this.
No shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, all really fucked up, but it's really good. And then his hands are normal, but he draws really fucked up. But he sketched out a Savage Dragon. I still have that sketch to this day.
Awesome.
And I was like, okay, McFarlane, you haven't done a Savage Dragon figure in a while. I have the original one that he did, and it's still in package. And I was like, I'll get this.
Oh, you got it in package with the wall? I have mine out.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead, because it was sweet because he had the jeans and the sneakers and shit. It was like really cool Savage Dragon.
Yeah,
and I was like,
big ol' arms.
all right. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, let me invest into this. It's our only. We haven't had a Savage Dragon figure. They're doing all these other ones like Shadowhawk and shit.
Yeah,
this is gonna be good.
Speaking all my language.
Not $70 good.
No,
not $70 good at all.
No, that bad.
You know, I have him on a shelf on his shitty stand, but he has one arm straight out, and that's it.
That's awful. Okay, so that's the floppy.
Yeah,
okay.
It was just disappointing, you know, but it looks good on a shelf. But it's like at that point, I'm like, man, I could have got a statue probably, maybe.
Right.
There's not much Savage Dragon merch out there, but still, it's just like, fuck you, Todd. If it was a Spawn figure, it would have been a lot better. And it's like,
right.
Eric Larson isn't he like own half of Image?
Does he? Yeah, he might. I don't know.
I think it's some shit like that. But still, it's like, why wouldn't you put a little bit more love in it? But I don't think Todd checks anything. I think he just looks at the money and he puts a fucking stamp.
You know, it's really disappointing because, like, and I have a lot of Spawn figures from back in the day because Spawn's one of my all-time faves. And it's like, even back then, like, when you're getting them, they weren't always very posable. The Todd Toys ones were originally, but then they started turning into more like the comic book covers and stuff like that for collecting. And I like them because I like to display them, right? Which is fine, right?
We knew what we were getting at that point.
Yes. But, like, now at this point in this day and age when, you know, especially after I'm not a DC guy, but like the DC Multiverse line or whatever that was, I don't know. But the red boxes, and a lot of people liked that, and you know, and a lot of people collected those. And then you thought, well, McFarlane's going to take it over. That should be elevating it, right? And it just seems like that nobody. I mean, it's all Batman's. They're trying to push them all out before he lost the license, and it's a shame to kind of see that.
Shitty face sculpts, like he had some bangers. Like his Swamp Thing was great. His Bane was great.
Yeah, I always wanted that Bane. I never got
Violator was awesome.
Yeah, the Violator from the new line, the big chonky boy Violator. I love that figure.
The Mortal Kombat Spawn was good.
Yeah, I got probably 6 or 8 versions of those. Those are pretty awesome.
Behind this is the Kickstarter Spawn still in box. I never even opened it because I was already disappointed before I can even do anything with it.
Which one?
The
COVID one?
Yeah, the COVID one.
That's funny. I've got 3 of them, and they're in boxes still too. I bought each one.
Oh, see, I just bought the
box.
red label one.
Yeah, I bought all 3. Remember?
I was like, man, you promised all this shit, and then you give us a bonus shitty little Motu looking dagger thing, and the articulation's restricted, and because he was being an asshole, and it's like, dude, that was your opportunity to make your Spawn like super Spider-Man, fucking articulated, soft goods, freaking everything. Like, didn't do it.
I know.
And then he's like, all right, we did such a successful job. When I do the next one, which is Medieval Spawn, I'm going to include a metal weapon. A real metal weapon. He did not do that. And then he tried to fucking itemize each individual piece of armor as a stretch goal bullshit.
I know.
So it's like...
I know. Bullshit.
He can fuck off. He can just fuck right off.
I really liked my Medieval Spawn that I got, I'll be honest. I was a big fan of that.
I wish I would have got one. Not after I'm shit talking. I wish I would have got one, but I didn't.
Yeah, I like my Medieval a lot. Look who it is. Look who we got. Who's that?
Oh, shit.
There's no good Savage.
Bear Hughes.
He's still got a Savage Dragon #1 somewhere. So do I, actually. Some over here in the corner somewhere.
I do not have
a different type of book.
I don't have any Savage Dragon comics anymore. I think my childhood growing up, they just got destroyed or something.
Yeah, I still got all my comics from a kid. know how good a shape they are, and I'm actually getting ready to go through a lot of those and finish boarding and bagging some that need it, so and redo it. So no, but yeah, the MK spawn and the Throne spawn, yeah, Adam West Batman, Super Sal Penguin are good. Yeah, the MK line I thought he did a great job with, and I don't even like I didn't really care for 11 as much as like
His
XL or
old
whatever.
MK
But
line, not this new shit.
yeah,
Not the new shit that he's dropping.
right, the old stuff there. Awesome. Well, I think it's probably time to we're gonna steer it back into port a little bit, but I want to do a little bit different instead of getting right into the gauntlet of let's set the tone questions. I'm gonna do some things that are kind of more Michigan based, just to kind of get a feel for how deep you're into the. Yeah, I mean, that is always an option. For sure. So I reintroduced you back into the Kogels, which is pretty cool. I was gonna have a question about that, but I do want to at least ask. When you dress your dog, what does that look like on a Kogel?
See, I mean, when we did do last time we did them, it had some mustard, ketchup, relish.
Okay.
That was it at that point. But it just depends on the mood. I could just be a basic ketchup and mustard,
Mm-hmm.
or I can do ketchup, mustard, relish, some onions.
Okay. You ever get the Coney dogs, or do you go that route with them?
Coney dogs, I haven't had a Coney dog in many, many years. But I figure if I'm gonna do that, I'll probably hit up a Leo's and do that.
Yeah.
A good Coney dog once in a while with the cheese, the chili, the onions.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Yeah. Do you have a preference over Coney style? Detroit or Flint?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm down for both.
Okay, that's fair.
And then growing up too, like on my stepdad's side of things, like he used to make up this like slaw that he put on top of the hot on his hot dogs. That was really good. And it was like this weird like pinkish color slaw chopped up. It was good as fuck. I don't know how he made it or what he did, but it was just like it was awesome.
Probably I think it's the red cabbage that kind of brings it that tint. But I love a good slaw on a dog, or a brat are really good too, because I love sauerkraut as well. But man, Leo's,
sauerkraut has to have a little sweetness to it.
You like a little sweet? Okay.
Sweet, yeah.
A little brown sugar, maybe. I feel like that's usually the sweetness.
I mean, you can get some of the if you do, depending if you go canned route. There's some that are canned that's not bad. But yeah, the good sauerkraut is good. I'd rather eat sauerkraut, even though it's like some people be like sauerkraut and kielbasa sausage and all that stuff. I'll be like, I could do less without the sausage and do more of the kraut. Like,
okay, really? Okay.
Sauerkraut is good if it's done right.
I think I like it all. I like it really sour, I think, honestly. But I do, I like the kielbasa and the sauerkraut, but I also like with a little bit of brown sugar, give it that sweetness and let it just sit in the crock all fucking day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not overly sweet. Like it's not like a coleslaw. It's just enough to get cut through a little bit of that tartness.
That's
story about when all of us went and did shrooms at the Gathering of the Juggalos, and the Fango was flowing that day.
Did you guys really go to the Gathering of the Juggalos then?
No.
Okay. Because that's a question. The next question is going to be, what's your if you want to do top favorite Fago flavor, or you can do a top 3, however you want to do it.
We do top 3.
Yeah, because they're all good in some way, right? Okay.
Rock and Rye, Red Pop.
Okay.
That's a tough one with the next one, because like you want to go grape or orange, but it's like no. Fuck, I might have to say 60-40.
Okay.
If you know what 60-40 is, it's like
no.
Squirt.
Like
their version of Squirt.
Moon
no,
Mist?
Squirt.
They got a 60. They call it 60-40 Fago.
Yeah, and it's like Squirt.
Fuck? I've never seen. I love Squirt, but
yeah,
I like
it's really good. Like Moon Mist, it'd be Moon Mist and Blue Moon Mist are up there, but it's like that 60-40. Like my buddy's like, yeah, I'm drinking a 60-40. I'm like, what the fuck are you drinking? He's like, it's like Squirt. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
So I was like, let me try it.
Dude, what the fuck? 60-40 Fago? I'm not familiar with. What the fuck?
I have also spots where I can I have a store that's maybe about 10 minutes away that's like a liquor store, really nice, clean, but they got a cooler of just like every fucking Fago flavor.
Oh, dude, I was
telling Janine, I was like, yeah, you like pineapple, you gotta try the pineapple Fago.
Yeah,
and
pineapple Fago's
you
gnarly.
couldn't just go and get it. Like nobody had it, but this place had it, the 24 ounces of it. So I grabbed one of those. She really likes the peach Fago. I got her. She likes that.
Okay. I'm you're like I didn't know there was a Fago flavor I didn't know about. Like that's really weirding me out right now. I'll be
Same here.
honest.
When he said that shit, and I'm like, I love Squirt. I love Squirt, Ruby Red Squirt.
Yeah,
Like
Ruby Red Squirt. Oh God, fuck yeah, please.
Fago and Juggalettes make you want to squirt. Some
Yeah,
of those Juggalettes might give you a STD. But
they'll
well,
definitely
I guess
squirt
you
for
would
you.
be squirting at that point. You know, you're right, Paul.
Oh fuck. Dude,
Maybe
you're blowing my
drips.
fucking mind though. I don't even. Yeah, that's a. I mean, you are kind of in the epicenter of Fago though. To be fair, so you probably see things we don't get.
And then
But when they
I
put
think
out a new flavor, like I'm hunting at Meijer, my local liquor stores, because liquor stores get it first. They always get the new flavors first around here.
yeah, I mean, if you want to go even crazier, like that's not Fago. One of the sodas that I got experienced in Detroit, it was also like I could only find it at like those gas stations in Detroit and stuff. Tahitian Treat.
Oh shit, I'm familiar. Yeah,
So, and
never
I
had it.
introduced one of my friends in Maryland, and I got this Tahitian Treat. I found it here. You got to try it. I was like, this is ghetto drink. I was like, but it's rich. And he was like, bitch. He's like, you can't have rich soda. He's like, you can have rich. He's like, do you even know what it means? I'm like, I'm telling you, it's rich. So I poured him a glass, and he's like, holy shit. He's
All
like, I never
sugar.
thought. Yeah, that shit is thick. It's like if it's you gotta have it ice cold, maybe in a chilled, almost like a wine glass almost type of drink.
Damn, I'm gonna have to find me one of those. Okay, I'm familiar with it.
It's
I've never had
it's
it.
so good. If you like fruit punch,
Yeah.
it's fucking carbonated fruit punch, but it's rich, and that will be your first experience of a rich soda or beverage.
You should see when Ninja Turtle comes on the screen. Apparently, you're squirting. You love Ninja Turtles so
You
much.
talking about my does my dick look like a Ninja Turtle and it goes on the screen? It comes? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, sometimes you could put like makeup on and make it look like Leonardo or something. Or if you're in a bad mood, it's really.
Just looks like a turtle finger.
Oh my god! Come on. That's funny.
It's got the fingernail on it and all.
Oh my god! Why? I can't get. I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head. Thank you for that. Feels like Fago has done him wrong because he didn't. I didn't. Yeah, like I'm blown away by this. Like, listen, like I'm going to say this, like, because you get this a lot, like, because everybody says, "Oh, you like Fago? You're a juggalo." Listen, you don't have to be just a juggalo or some ICP fan just to enjoy a Fago. Fago is Michigan DNA. You got to understand.
Let's
So
be real with even the ICP thing. Everybody's listened to some ICP, had some
everybody
laughs,
has.
you know. And do you need to like their music now or like all of it? No.
No.
But what you can look up is what they've done for the community and what they've donated and what they've done. Like
Yeah,
they've done a lot, and they're not out there boasting about it. Like they just
and
are doing
honestly,
shit.
Shaggy's content's pretty good. I've watched some of his content.
Yeah, this shit's funny.
It's pretty funny. You just discovered Fago. Well, welcome to a world of greatness. Because, like I said, like you don't have to. Like everybody does the juggalo bit, and I get it. It's just annoying because it's just a delicious soda with so many flavors that like you. I mean, I grew up on 3 liters of Red Pop and Rock and Rye and orange
Fucking
soda and
3
grape
liters.
soda.
Yeah.
3 liters,
Yeah.
and we would use them after they were emptied
And
to
bonk
go
each
out.
other.
Yeah, well, we were June bug slayers because we lived out in the country. So you'd go out at like midnight on a Saturday evening. Yeah, and we would whack at because those motherfuckers come at you. Yeah, so wham,
Yeah.
we would just fucking like, boom, So, no man, Fago is Michigan DNA. You could just an oddly named tasty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fago more in my mouth, and apparently they hit a flavor for me that I got to get. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
And it's cool that like where would Fago be? Would Fago still be a company if it wasn't for ICP given
there's
so
an
much
honest
publicity?
there's an
Like,
honest debate about that too. You're right.
but they
You're
also
absolutely
own that. I think they just recently bought Fago. ICP owns Fago now.
No, they do not. What?
I'm pretty sure. Let me.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Oh, all
Blanket.
right, you can do it.
I think it's magnets. Dead man, how do they work? Magnets. Can't drink soda anymore, so I hate you. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not a big soda drinker, but I've gone through some throws in it in life, but Faygo is the one. There's always a Faygo in my fridge. I'll always, and I got some of the newer flavors recently too. So, and when, like I said, I go crazy when a new flavor comes out, and apparently one that I didn't know exists. So now I'm gonna be freaking out all day trying to find one. Let's see who owns Faygo. It's owned by Shasta LaCroix, the Ferguson family who founded the soda brand in Detroit. Sold the company to National Beverage in 1985. So yeah, they don't own it. That must be one of those like urban legends. And I'm also for me, like when it comes to my flavors, dude, like I'm big in like the crazy flavors. Like my favorite is black cherry. Always be black cherry is my favorite, but cotton candy's up there. So is candied apple, the OG candied apple from like the early 2000s during that contest. But I also still love a good rock and rye. It's just like to me, it's like their baseline flavor. That's always gonna be good no matter what. But like, I like some of the crazier shit personally. I like a lot of flavors. I like a lot of the flavors. A little crazy. Erasable pens make my brain hurt. Sorry, dead man. I hope you get that fixed.
I saw something recently that was saying
Peach Faygo is good. I like the only peach that I struggle with in flavor is Celsius. And I love peach rings and peach O's, so I do normally like peach flavor. The Celsius, which it comes in my cases, it's really tough to really enjoy that one. But I need my caffeine.
My buddy
anyways.
switched over from Monster to Celsius.
I love them. I'm a huge fan.
He's just do that. He lost like 40 pounds just from switching from drink because he's drink Monster all the time. Black cherry is what they call me down on MLK way.
Jesus fucking Christ!
It's because his asshole's fucking all dark and purple and red.
Right,
like
right.
And black cherry from getting
right
out.
Right,
Damn
right.
Fucking lot lizard, Paul.
Right. And he uses paper towel to wipe too, which we've told him not to do. So,
not even that good shit. That shit that's in a fucking
it's like Dollar Tree
truck stop.
Oh yeah, one of those. Yeah.
To clean grease off your hands.
I like the blue.
Yeah, the blue.
it's almost like sandpaper.
Right, exactly. That's why his asshole bleeds a little bit. But,
right.
He just tells him it's just that cherry juice.
Right. Oh my god. Yeah, these hemorrhoids are flared up, but fuck it, I'm wiping.
That's what he tells them. He's like, fuck it. Actually, easy, dry. Don't worry, use some blood.
It's just a little tart. It's like a Traverse City cherry. Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I got to catch Janine. We've been picking up some cherries, but I know it's not the Traverse City cherries.
Oh, you got to get her up to Traverse City sometime too for a weekend or something. It's beautiful. A lot of things to do.
It's like we gotta go Holly. You gotta experience that during the Christmas time. You gotta experience Renfest. You gotta experience Mackinac Island. Like all this stuff. Like,
yeah. Frankenmuth is only 20 minutes for me. It's like a full German experience. It's like you're, looking at.
One of my friends got married in Frankenmuth.
Yeah, it's great. That's great. Deadman says next time I'm Michigan, we gotta go see a Faygo factory and a tasting room. Yeah, definitely. I've never been. That would be a great idea. I would probably never leave though. I'd just be like Barney and Simpsons, lay under one of the taps. That was great. Better made potato chips.
You definitely lose some feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd definitely come out. They'd take them off like up above my knees.
Amputate them right before you leave.
Right.
Oh, better made potato chips.
Better made potato chips. Yeah, Michigan, amazing. I'm not usually a potato chip guy. I've said this in the past, but recently apparently I have because I love better made potato chips, and they make great things like pretzels, popcorns, jalapeno cheese puffs.
I grew up on that shit.
Yeah, you big fan.
I haven't had any since I came back.
Oh no! You haven't? So you don't have a favorite better made potato chip that you can think of?
No, like last place, like when I was in Maryland, they had sort of their better made, which was Utz. They're pretty similar, and they did some stuff. But I haven't had any better made. Maybe that's. Next time I go grocery shopping, I think I'll pick up one of everything and just try it all out again.
Good chance your liquor store that has all those Faygos or whatever it is, if you look at the rack, they probably got a lot of the better made flavors.
The first one you just mentioned.
The jalapeno cheddar cheese puffs. Find a better cheese puff when you try them because you won't. Guarantee it. And then
is it one of those ones where you start eating them and they're really good and then you start feeling the burn after the fact?
No, it's not like that. No, it's not like that at all. No. But you won't be able to put the bag down.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and they got their pork rinds and their pork cracklins are amazing as well. But I'll tell you,
Can't fuck with cracklins anymore. You know,
no, no. Oh God, I love the cracklins. Yeah, I
but
love the
normal
cracklins.
pork rinds. Finding a good pork rind is definitely
Need the
important.
better made. Need that red bag, that spicy hot, man. I'm telling you, won't go back. Won't go back. What's she saying
Hey,
here?
right now I'm expecting a pack a day air quality and diarrhea diet lettuce.
Yeah, which
I
they did
mean,
discover it was actually Taco Bell because of Taylor Farms or whatever. So
it was
there,
Taco Bell.
it was Taco Bell. The joke wrote itself. There it is. The fucking
I mean, fuck
parasite.
it. Like, if anything, you know, having the shits is. I'd rather have that than puking or anything else. Like,
Actually, yeah, I agree with that. And then you and then
Paul, dead
fucking I
man's
know I
like
just saw
bunch of juggalos just fucking beating off the
yeah. Cider and donuts, that's another mission. We love our
apple
cideries and
orchards.
our
There's an
bad.
apple orchard pretty close by,
Yeah.
I would say.
We
I
got
went
some good
to
shit up
with
here too.
when I first got here in like end of October.
Yeah, you hit it
So
all up good. Good, yeah. But better made potato chip, the first flavor you need to try is the Southern style barbecue, and it can be the ribbed or the not so ribbed, whatever you want to be
fuck
pleasing
ribs.
yourself with. But
I'm not. I'm
they're
not a. I'm not a ribbed type of person when it comes to chips, unless it's like ruffles and you're dipping it into like a dip. But other than that, all my chips got to be that smooth, like normal. Someone's way of proud jalapenos was so white, my credit score increased.
this fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Shit.
It's, I could say jalapeno if you'd rather, but I don't know. I don't know. Pork rinds and cottage cheese better than it sounds. I would try it. I would try it.
I hate cottage cheese.
No, come on. We eat. Well, there's another one. We got a Michigan brand cottage cheese that's better than all cottage cheeses. You would have to try then.
I think Janine got it and was like
So
surprised
good.
on how dry it was.
Yeah,
compared
it's
to
so
other
good.
ones.
I
But
know.
like
I know.
she liked it.
I'm a
I just
dry.
am
I'm a
not
dry
cottage
guy.
cheese person.
I'm a dry guy
So
when it
am
comes
I.
to my
So
cottage
am I.
cheese. You know, I'm like Fred Durst, a dry guy. I don't use lotion. I don't need any of that stuff. Just a dry guy. You know.
My hands are naturally baby smooth. You know.
Mine are too. Mine are nice and smooth and just perfect. I don't even know. Probably from all the cream they get from my well, you know.
It's
you
all
ever-
the natural. I just rub it in like fuck it. Yeah. All right. Let's continue the day.
Right. Look at all my skin's got protein. Yay.
Right.
All right. So that
I'll hear the screaming children in my hands.
oh my fucking god, yeah. Yeah. You should see the socks around here.
Oh shit! You throw them and they just shatter.
Yeah. It's like dropping a tray of ice.
I thought that was the goalie stick you were showing me. That must have been one of your stocks, you know.
yeah, right. Clunk, clunk, clunk. I'll go and dry on y'all. Thank you, Paul. Taking one for the team. All right, well, we got through some Michigan questions, and as always, we are unraveling, and this is great, and I love it. So as far as the last few questions here, the normal gauntlet that I throw at people, I'm going to ask you just a few questions here to kind of bring it home. But what was your favorite toy growing up? Did you have like a specific one?
Really, more like lines. Like, of course, like GI Joe Ninja Turtles
Yep.
were them, but then one that I got a lot of play out of course, Legos were good, but like military micro machines.
Oh, nice.
Like they had like the bad guys were like in this gray and black camouflage
Mhm.
versus the good guys, and like
Yeah.
me and my friends would get those, and I know we would set up big battles. We'd be at their house in the living room, like all setting all up, or we'd take them up north to Houghton Lake. And we'd be playing in the sand and shit like that. Like it was.
Right on.
Those are ones I had good moments. I had memories of playing GI Joes in sandboxes and losing them and burying them, all that stuff. But I just think of with friends, micro machines were it because you'd like they came with the little guys too. So it's like
Yeah.
you put the snipe, you'd hide the sniper, you'd make sure nobody's looking, you'd put it there. So when they're trying to be an asshole and be like, "Oh, we're attacking," I'm like, "Nope, they're dead." And they're like, "No, they're not." I'm like, "Yeah, I have a sniper. Where's that?" And then you finally have to point it out, and like it's just
That's fucking
good
cool.
times.
Okay. I was big into the airplane or the jet micro machines. That was my favorite. I had a little carrier and all sorts of stuff. That was my favorite.
Oh, you're talking about how the carrying cases like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't.
It was an aircraft carrier, and I could land the little planes and the jets on them. I had all kinds of fucking
That was
jets.
sweet.
Yeah,
Only
big fan.
play thing I had a couple war ones, but the main play thing that I remember Micro Machines was a gas can, and
Oh yeah,
it's like you
I
opened it
remember
up,
that.
and it was like you put a card and go down into this little
Yeah,
thing in a little gas station. It was awesome.
I do remember that. Okay, okay. We got to talk about music, which is great. And like I said, I kind of had a feeling you're probably a big music guy. But um, can you attempt to name a band that you feel like defines you? Whether it's a favorite or not, could probably be a debate. But what is there? Is there a band that defines you?
It's a tough one. What genre? Like
Yeah.
there's this. With
Do you
everything,
answer
I would
Real
say
Dead Fish?
I can lay down three bands, and that's
Go
what
ahead.
can define me a little bit.
That's fine. Yeah.
So Slipknot,
Okay.
Gorillaz,
Oh, okay.
Daft
Hell yeah.
Punk.
Oh shit. Okay. Respect. That's a good three there.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have like on my iPod Touch. Yes, I still have iPod Touch. I have enough music that I've collected like behind me. I don't even know if you can see right
Yeah.
down to my shoulder underneath the
Yeah.
volcano box are all CDs and binders of just physical media CDs I grew up with throughout the years. So I
Gnarly.
can listen to my music for a whole month and not hear the same song. That's how much music I have,
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Right. Okay.
like nonstop. So
Respect. Respect. Okay. That's good. That's good. Three bands. Matter of fact, today in my Savage Saturday photo, I actually used Gorillas.
that man's really craving some cheese or something.
Yeah, man.
Dry cottage cheese is basically ricotta.
I'm not even gonna go down that route. That's ridiculous. I do love ricotta though.
I do like ricotta cheese, but I don't like cottage cheese. So it's like to me, I don't
Yeah. Well, I mean, growing up, my mom used to use cottage cheese in our
like.
lasagna. So.
Yeah, so did my mom used cottage cheese too. Did you fuck with? Do you fuck with blue cheese?
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
See,
To
I
the
can't.
That's probably one
Can't.
of my favorites. Matter of fact, yeah. When I got wing,
Yeah.
I'm not a super wing dunker when it comes to my Dunkin' or whatever. When I eat them, I normally just eat them because I want the flavor in the wing. But yeah, it's if I dunk, it's gonna be in a blue cheese all day, not ranch. I don't really do the ranch
Speaking
thing.
of cheese, introduced Janine to Saganaki at Leo's.
Oh, nice. She like it?
I was like, and I've been craving one of those. I tried one in Maryland. It was shit. They did it in the kitchen. They came out with like this medium lukewarm bullshit. But
Oh.
like, I was like, if that flame isn't kissing my face,
Yeah.
and that shit's sizzling when it drops, like, I'll eat that shit as an appetizer for any meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, that shit is
Goddamn, yeah.
so good.
Goddamn, yeah. You're making me hungry. I am hungry. I'm what I'm talking about. All this fucking food talk. What to and maybe you don't read a lot now. I know I don't read as much as I used to, but is there a book that you've read in your life that is your favorite book? You have a favorite one you've ever read?
List a bunch of graphic. Actually, yes, I will do a graphic novel series. I'll do
Okay.
that. Fucking, and I can do a normal novel too, but like graphic novel wise, I would say Berserk.
Okay. I hear that a lot.
artwork, just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then as for like a reading novel, that's a tough. I mean, it's see, I can go with the series there, but it's like the classics like Poe, Edgar Allan Poe, H.P.
Mm-hmm.
Lovecraft,
Mm-hmm.
was it Isaac Asimov, and like those classic authors and stuff. Like I think those will always have a spot in my heart. Like I just feel like that they inspired so much when
Right.
it comes to like what we have now.
Literature. Yeah. Modern literature. Okay. Good shit. What's a current controversial hot take that you have? Like, it can be anything, but maybe, it's something you're gonna die on the hill. You know that you're pretty much in the minority in, or maybe the only person. And maybe you even recognize that. Yes, it's a ridiculous thing or whatever, but I still think it's great or whatever it is. You have a controversial hot take.
Not that I can think of. Um,
Like maybe you like agree with me. Like I think Waterworld is an amazing film, and the world does not agree with that. But Dan
Oh,
Trachtenberg agrees with me.
actually, that one I can't agree with you. I thought Waterworld was
Hey,
trash.
I've been redeemed because Dan Trachtenberg actually defends it, so that's all I
I
needed to
mean,
hear.
I guess if I were to say something, I think like I like the second GI Joe movie, and I think that one's pretty solid. Like that one was a
Okay,
movie.
that the one with the Rock playing Roadblock.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that one. Like even the
Okay.
first one was entertaining for what it
I
was.
thought so too. Honestly,
Um,
I know.
but the second one gave us a closer and truer Cobra Commander. Like there was a lot of
Right.
good things from it. Was it perfect? No. It was a lot better than the Snake Eyes movie because that Snake Eyes movie was a big pile of dog shit.
I got about a half hour in, and said this is getting turned off now. I was over that one real fast.
There's no other book for Arthur
Yeah,
than the Holy Bible, son.
I wanted you to read that. Yep. Uh, preach.
Arthur's also a flat earther. Nah.
Right. Yeah. That's I'm a science guy. That'd be a tough one to have to hear. All right. Last question for you. Last day on Earth. Tomorrow. You know, Ben Affleck, unfortunately, and Bruce Willis did not destroy the asteroid. That asteroid's going to impact Earth. We're done tomorrow. You get to have your last meal. You get to choose 5 meal items. They can be sides, however you want to do it. Doesn't matter. I don't care. And then 2 drinks. Proceed.
That's tough. Definitely some White Castles.
Okay. Respect. Okay.
I mean, we're talking about like for food line, like chains or just meals or
Whatever you
like
want. Yep. Whatever you want. It's meal
some
items. Whatever
taco
you want.
salad.
Taco salad. Okay. Made
You
by anybody
know,
particularly or homemade you?
just homemade
Okay.
taco salad.
Little Catalina or Western
Um,
on it?
no, it'd be the normal way. Like even though, all right, so I'd have to have maybe half and half because I'd have to have like I haven't had the Catalina one in such a long time
Yeah.
that I need it. I need it.
Okay.
I've been craving
Okay.
that for a while. But yes,
Yeah.
so I would do those two.
Okay.
Um,
Got 3
I
more.
don't give a fuck what anybody says. A good old peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
Okay.
grape
Respect
jelly,
it. Okay. Great. Good. There you go.
a steak.
Okay. Steak. What cut? Maybe what? How do you like that cooked?
I could do with the I could do a sirloin, big ass
Okay.
sirloin,
Yeah.
medium well.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes medium, but if usually you have to say medium well because then they'll still give it to you medium. Because if you don't, if you say medium,
Yeah.
then it's sometimes more
Too pink.
rare.
Too pink.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and I'm assuming you get like the sides with it. I'm assuming like you'd come with the
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, let's go. Yeah, for sure. You'll
And
have some sides
then
with it. Yep.
my last thing would probably be just a good fucking pizza.
Good fucking pizza.
Good
Anywhere
pepperoni and cheese
particular?
pizza.
You homemade? Anywhere particular you're thinking of? Just pepperoni and cheese? Where maybe somewhere specific or you're like I got it last time.
I mean, Benito's is pretty solid. Like
Okay.
there's a
No buddies,
Benito's pizza.
Caesars. Okay.
No, fucking Caesars would no. Caesars when like you don't even do the pizza at Little Caesars. You do the pep bread. You get the pep bread. It's cheaper and it tastes better and it doesn't have the sauce.
Okay. Fair enough. That's what I love about Caesars actually the sauce. So okay. All right.
Well,
So
their
there you,
pizzas just aren't as fresh when you ask for the pep bread. So you can still get the sauce to dip the pep bread into it,
okay.
which
Fair
is
enough.
definitely a way to go because it's just like they add a little bit more of like the seasonings and cheeses and
Yeah.
parmesans for that. So
Is that the Italian the big the cheesy?
they're basically like it's like their cheese sticks.
Yeah.
But it has pepperoni on it.
Oh yeah. Like they're either like their slices and sticks or whatever the shit. Right? I think.
Well, no. Well, it's you can get it separately. It's just you could do the slices and sticks and get that sort of experience, but
Pep
it's
bread.
literally
I don't
called pep bread.
That must be like in your area thing. I don't see that around here.
Look into it. It's
God damn
good.
it, you're blowing
good.
my. I mean, it makes sense. Like again, like a lot of the stuff that we're talking about usually originates in your area, but outside of Kogel. Okay. And then you got 2 drinks. 2 drinks you can choose. I'll come back to that dead man. That is funny.
Like eating the sole of a shoe.
Yeah, you said medium well of a steak. I knew you.
I mean, depends. Depends on how it's done. But like I said, medium well is because a lot of restaurants don't get it. I prefer medium, ideally.
Right. Yeah, medium rare for me usually, but medium rare. 2 drinks.
I already did. I said
Oh, you must have cut out. Oh,
Burners and coffee.
perfect. So I actually was going to ask about Verner's, but I think you had brought it up already too. But man, for the life of me, there's not a better ginger ale. I love Verner's. I don't buy it just when I'm sick. I drink Verner's often. Like if I decide I want a soda, it's usually a Verner's or a Faygo. So when I go to or Dr Peppy. So
Pretty much like a cream soda ginger ale in a sense.
it's so good. Yeah, Verner's is the
And
greatest.
yeah, when you're sick, my dad used to boil it. He'd take it and he'd boil it or put it in a mug and then we'd drink it. When we were
Boil
sick.
it? Damn.
It was actually good. His drink would be water from Flint.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
Really? Dude, I barely drink the tap water here. I has to go through a Brita.
Yeah, at least, right? Yeah. I mean,
I used
our
to
water's
be a
not too
chef.
bad in my township. Yeah, he's
So Dead Man's gonna be cooking us some steaks. It sounds like.
yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, medium rare, absolutely.
No, fuck it. I'll let him cook it how he thinks that it should be. I trust him. If he says he used to be a chef, yeah.
He's talked about some of the stuff that he used to do. Yeah, pretty wild. Awesome. Well, hey, that's all the big questions. Shit, man. First of all, thank you so much for finally doing this or getting a chance to. I feel like I talked about, I know, but just instantly clicked with not just even just you, but Joe and Paul, like instantly. Like you guys are a bunch of deviant fucks, like I said, and so am I. Great sense of humor. It's also pretty awesome to have somebody else kind of regionally from me, like in the Michigan area, to talk about some of that stuff, and hopefully have a new collecting buddy to maybe do some, not even have to do content, but maybe do some content
Dick,
or hang
you've been
out.
over here many a times where you're like,
I know.
"How's this being tried?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
It was in May. It's because Rad was here. We were doing some stuff. It would have been too hard to plan that out. But at the very least, I love the content you guys do. You guys have such great rapport. Like I really enjoy watching you guys for sure. Hopefully we can, like I said, do some content. Or at the very least, we need to get together and hang out at some point. We keep talking about that. So. We got to figure that out.
I think our better halves are will get along.
It sounds like that as well too. So which is always good, right? And that's always important. But open door for any of my content, even though I'm half the time don't do content for you. If you ever want to just, because some of my, once I have somebody on to do Let's Set the Tone, I do other content where we just sit around and like open up shit, paint or whatever. We just fuck around. If you ever just feel like, hey, you want to just hang out and do some content, holler. Whether it's yours or mine. Do some shit, but if I ever do become a free agent somehow off of Merck's Live, you guys can fight over me as well. So I'll put in some applications.
Well,
out
I mean,
there, but,
if he didn't grab you, we were gonna swipe you, honestly. But
yeah, was that really?
Yeah.
Damn,
that was the plan. We're like, yeah, we should the connect to because again the chemistry. We're like, shit, we can just grab, and then Dead Man snagged you, and we're like, all right, cool. I think it was like literally the day after. Okay, I'm permanent now, right?
Fuck yeah. No, I appreciate it. I have a lot of. That's why I try to make sure I'm hanging out with you guys before we go live over there. I'm usually setting up and listening and clowning with you guys, but I've been really fortunate to have a lot of fun also with Mercs. We've all just clicked really well and have a good time too. So Wednesday nights is just stacked for
I watch the replay, unfortunately.
I get it.
But I love everything that you guys do over there, and you guys had me fucking dying. It's like
yeah. They sometimes have to reel me and Rad in a little bit, but I think it's a good time. It's a good dynamic for sure, especially poor Ronan having to deal with everybody's bullshit. But
Ronan having to deal with when we were all on there, and
right.
Like,
we should talk to the boss sometime. Maybe see if we can get you guys back on sometime soon, just for some chaotic ass fucking stream again. Just for
Ronan would be like, I'm not doing it.
Right. Ronan, you can take the night off. Yeah. But we should definitely do that sometime. I think that was definitely a lot of fun. I had a fucking blast,
as long as Dead Man doesn't fucking drink himself to fucking death. It was rough. He was like, yeah, we're gonna do as long as we can go, and then next thing you know, he's just like, all right, we gotta sum this up. Like, wait, he said we had no time limit.
Yep.
Uncut pepperoni pizza, Caesar salad, fried calamari, fold in half. Enjoy your welcome.
That sounds good, honestly, to me. Yeah, I think he's talking about those pizza rolls where they're putting shit in them. Yeah. Everyone do be doing Wednesday. You're right on that, Paul. Wednesday's just a good day for it.
I mean, it was a lot lighter of streams going on, but
I mean, everybody's doing content at this point. You can only do what you can do, and if you can't, you try to follow up on everybody else's
you
content later, and
know
that's what I try to do.
that
Yeah, we
or
should.
it's hard when you're on Wednesday for all of us because you got some of the bigger channels that are just the big shit
Hmm.
talking, drama talking channel going the same time as us, and it's like, you just feel it sometimes where it's just like, okay, everybody's going over there because that's the cool thing to do. You know,
It happens, and I think that at the end of the day, you just keep carving and being real and keep that integrity and do what you're doing, enjoying what you're doing, and trying to stay out of that shit too, And I think fortunately, it feels like a lot of the people that I, hang out with, present
same
company
way.
included, just try to keep out a lot of that stuff and just have a good time. And I love vibing. I love talking and having a good time and being ridiculous on the internet. That's why I tell everybody, like, what do you do? What's your hobby? I just act like a child on the internet, and I have a good time doing it. And it's great. So, and be able to find like-minded people that enjoy that too has been really fun. So,
To be
it's a
able
different type of journey.
to appreciate other collectors that collect other lines that maybe you don't collect, like
Hmm.
with Paul and stuff. Like we'll open hang out, open figure stuff like that. He collects Motu really heavily. I
Hmm.
don't. Like I might have a couple, but I'm not into the Motu stuff. But like, do I shit on him because he likes something I don't like or that
Mm-mm.
I'm not into? Like I don't dislike it, but it's like that's not for me. Like same with
Right.
like people that might collect, we'll go into like the My Little Pony or something like. Who gives a fuck? Like if you're
Right.
happy with it, that's your collection. Show it off. Like I tell everybody, I'm like, even if you have a little shelf of something, it doesn't have to be something crazy like us
Yeah.
plastic addicted crazy weirdos. Like it can just be a little shelf of something.
Yeah. Just
Like
show
it's
something
not
off.
a competition, and
Right.
everybody's gonna like what they want to like.
Hmm. Yeah.
I fucking love fucking Toxic Avenger and shit. The most B-rated, not maybe even less than B-rated, corny, shitty movies. But like trauma is life.
Yeah. It is life. It is. Did you like the remake at all with Peter
Oh,
Dinklage?
I enjoyed it, man. I went to the
Yeah.
theater and saw
Same.
it. Went by myself.
It's great.
You know,
Yeah, it was
I was
great. I
like,
really liked it too. Thought it was
Peter
awesome.
Dinklage actually did a really good job. Elijah Wood, like all of them. I was just like, damn.
Yeah,
I was like,
I know.
it had that really more main movie feel, but then it still was like coming back and paying the homage a lot to the
Yeah.
classic, you know, Toxic
Yep.
Avenger type of stuff.
Yep.
So
I had Toxic Avenger toys as a kid, man. I fucking loved it. The cartoon was great. I loved the cartoon.
the
So,
cartoon where the bad guy's little he was like the fat guy, little fat guy, not the main Doctor Killumoff, but the little
hmm
fat guy would always tell the whole fucking plot of the show. Like you'd ruin the whole show, but then as a kid we didn't really catch it. We're just
yeah, he
like,
didn't
okay.
didn't didn't catch it. It's funny.
I love Motu. Art loves cock. It all works out. Yeah,
He means chickens, I
Josh
think,
Cock
though.
is half
Yeah.
half the time one of you guys on the show watches Merck's live even while he is on that show.
I don't. Sometimes a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I try to keep it up. Try to keep Mercs and you guys pulled up as long as I can. I'm always got Mercs up too, though. But shit. Well, I feel like I could go forever, but I do got to pee and I'm getting hungry, and I want to make sure that I pause so you can promote yourself and your content. Tell everybody where they can find you and what you're doing.
Find me Paul Bear, Paul Big Bear Hughes on Only Bears. You see a
Right,
bunch of
right, right.
hairy buttholes and spreading cheeks, but no. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's unboxing art. I post content on both, but like with YouTube, I do a lot of different things from reviews to stores I checked out, interviews with indie toy creators, and then every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we talk to those indie creators. We talk about action figure news. We give our opinions on some of the figures. We either like them, dislike them. Now, if you like stuff that we're sort of not liking, doesn't mean that you're wrong for liking it. Everybody likes stuff differently, but we just hang out.
Great.
So if you
Perfect.
guys are looking for another channel to add to the list of channels I'm sure you're already subscribed to, I'll check it out.
It's a good one. Highly recommend. I highly recommend. And I will have all the links to that. It's already in the description, actually. I didn't know you had a TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but,
You don't
look
do
them up on
TikTok? Why
TikTok.
not?
I'll tell you after stream.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't fuck with TikTok. I did for a while, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I won't go down that route. I don't want to ruin everybody's day.
Told
Hear
you
me
not to put
rant.
your dick pics out there like that, bro.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean, it wasn't my fault, but I guess it
now
was
it's
kind of
being
my
sold,
fault.
not sold on skateboards and prints
Right.
and stuff and everything. You
I
know,
just figured there wasn't enough in the market of the finger skateboards and peepees, so I was just trying to do something new, but whatever.
that's actually no fuck. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty fucking cool idea.
I'm just saying,
I'm sure you could do some pride events and stuff and make little dick skateboards. Like,
you know, yeah, put clown
but
makeup on your peepee or whatever. I don't know. Have a good time with it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So,
looks
well,
like the
as all,
sandworm from Beetlejuice.
yes, stripes. Oh my God, got a second
Mine
mouth.
sort of opens up like a graboid from Tremors, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say mine's a Demogorgon.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. As always, as far as my long-winded ending here, we appreciate the chat being here. Appreciate all you guys being in here. If you're catching us in posts as well, leave some comments. Let us know what you liked. It's hard to kind of get to the chat while we're talking like this. I do the best I can. You're all funny and having a good time. I really super appreciate that coming in and supporting art as well. So, but please sub if you haven't here. Banter Babbles, where I do all my content. Me and my buddy, the Dude 79, he's been really busy with life, so he can't put out his game content, and I've also been pretty busy too. But either way, please like this stuff, comment, share, all that fun stuff. We appreciate that. As far as the Basement Nexus crew, Seven Dungeons got a hiatus right now. There's some personal stuff going on, so they're not doing the D&D stream right now on Monday nights. They got to take a pause. And Half-Ass Beer Reviews got a lot going on with life. Hopefully, we'll get some things going on here soon. But on August 8th, the Great Lakes Beer Festival, Midland, Michigan, Dow Diamond. Me and Half-Ass Beer Review will be there once again. This year we can't live stream because, again, Dude's got some stuff going on with the kid in baseball. But we will be there recording content and getting hammered during the process. So if you're in the area, come out, hang out, drink some beers. Let's have a good time. So be there for that. And then, as always, you can catch me on Mercs Live Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Deadman, Ronan, Rad, and myself. When Rad shows up 60% of the time, we have a good time uplifting the community. It's really good to be able to do that. I have a lot of laughs too, so make sure to tune in for that. And then, of course, on Fridays, 8 p.m., you can catch me on the Rats Pack live with Rad, Zilla, Abby, and we're just talking all sorts of things, whether it's toys, world building, world making customs, and even some, fun pop culture things from the past and current. So tune in for all that stuff. Again, that's all in the descriptions here. I got a block of text there for you guys to go follow and check out stuff. And then lastly, make sure to check me out Mondays. Typically, I put a short out on YouTube that never gets any views, but on Instagram, it does pretty well, and I appreciate that. Just kind of giving an update on the content, things that's coming down the pipeline, and promoting stuff as well. I get a lot of love on that, which I really appreciate the feedback on that too. And as always, keep an eye out for the next Let's Set the Tone or World According to Tone. Hopefully, we'll get some more content out here as I get more time on the plate. And if you want to be on Let's Set the Tone, let me know as well too. I can put you on the list. I would love to plan these conversations with everybody. So, but again, always long-winded. I appreciate you, Art. This has been such a fun time, to be able to do this and take this time to hang out with you. Absolutely. And we're going to plan a hangout here real soon and get the four of us together and clown around. So I think that'll be a good time.
When you hang out, we're going to get some content too.
Deal. Perfect. Whatever we need. Whatever we need, even if we're half naked as well too. I know Dead Man's got some good stuff. Definitely watch Unboxing right up till Merc. Yeah, right. Watch, and then when Merc's lives, you got to stop, or you keep two tabs up. Like
why
I
not
do
that? Exactly, two tabs or two phones or whatever.
Whatever you do, support it all.
I think those are the two streams that you should be watching on Wednesdays anyway.
100% agree. I couldn't say it better myself as well. So, but that's going to do it for us for today. I hope you guys stay safe out there, especially if you're in the Midwest and the Michigan or Ontario area, New York, everybody that's dealing with the wildfire smoke. Just stay safe. Be aware of all that sort of things. And it's hot as well, so keep hydrating the best you can. But, we'll see you real soon, and I can't wait for the next conversation. Stay tuned. Take care. I don't know. I forgot how to go out, but I'll figure it out here. Oh, yeah, it's this button. Bye. Nope. That's awesome.